Alrighty, we are live. Gotta wait for a few people to get in here. Hey, TXGT, welcome to the stream. Texas GT, welcome to the stream. Watchdog 165, welcome. Hey, Lynn Wright, Cryptid 559, Kyoko Rock Fams. I have scratched around to the point where it's burning. Oh, that's not good. All right. Hey. Welcome to all the new people to my channel. If you have not considered subscribing to my channel, please consider doing so. I hope you enjoy the stream. This is my first ever paranormal... this isn't my first. This is the first time I will be doing the call-in show this week, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I really like this new concept, and it gives you the chance to share your scariest paranormal stories. You've been scratched by something you can't see? Watchdog 165? Is that what you're telling? Oh, you're from Blood's channel. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hey, Kim. How you doing? Just waiting for a few more people to get in here. Yeah, guys, please tweet this stream out. Share it on Facebook and Twitter. Hey, Paranormal Fan 11. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're just waiting for a few more people to get into the chat, and we will get started here soon. We have 16, 17 people watching. The coffee's working really good. I'm really amped up, so it's going to be a really, really exciting live stream. What's up, Sharpshooter? Good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a great night so far. Yes, I've seen a couple of shadow people roaming around my house, especially in the old room. Ooh, dude, I'd like to hear you come up and call in and share that story. That would be really cool. We're having a really bad storm here, so I hope I don't lose power tonight. But it is a possibility. Hey, BC Sasquatch Exclusive X, what is going on? Yeah, guys, check out my all-new merch store. Consider buying some of the merch and supporting the channel. Alrighty, you guys, I'm about to go... Welcome, everybody. This is going to be an awesome show tonight, guys. Hope you guys seriously enjoy this because it's going to be really exciting. And the paranormal call-in show number is now active. You guys can call into the show, share your scariest paranormal stories. Love to hear what you have to share. Alrighty, Cryptid 559. Saying hello to Sharpshooter and Kim. I have a video of a very loud sound like a 2x4. Wow. That's pretty wild. I'll definitely have to check that out. Texas GT. Huh. Very spooky. So welcome to my haunted house. This house has numerous spirits that come and play at night, but it is active during the day as well. It just more active during the night. With the storm tonight, I've already noticed some activity on my EMF reader. I have the lady named I have the lady named Janet who likes to come and speak with me, and she likes communicating with the EMF reader. I do not do spirit boxes in my house because of the open portal here. I had a really bad attachment from a very evil spirit in my house, so I refrain from using the spirit box in my house. But I do a lot of yes and no questions with the EMF reader, and most of the time they're pretty responsive. So we'll have to see what happens tonight. So moved out. I moved out. I do tell the new resident. Oh yeah. Oh, you told the new resident? That's pretty crazy. Wow. Got my crystals today from Cali. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, guys, smash that like button. We have already 21 people in the house. So awesome, you guys. Let's see here. We already got 19 likes, so thank you guys so much. That's up to you. I mean, if you want to disclose that to the resident, and maybe I would probably introduce it as, have you noticed anything weird or suspicious going on in the house, and kind of go from there. Rebel Rocker just wanted to say hi before bed. I had 2 bad experiences, but too long to put here. Well, you're definitely welcome to call into the show, guys. The number is going around the chat. Technetic Beats is in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, 3 a.m. and the power was out. I woke up with that feeling of being watched, and then I saw a 7-foot tall shadow standing at the door. I had a very similar experience to you, Watchdog. I actually had a really creepy experience last night. I didn't go to sleep until 5:30. I had like a vision, and I can't tell you. I was in a house, and all of a sudden, I got attacked by some unseen force. And we do have a caller from Newtown, Pennsylvania. Okay, we got Chris the Ghost Hunter calling us. Hey, Chris. Just 1 second. I just wanted to finish sharing what happened last night. I was sharing with the people in the chat. Last night, I had a vision that I was in a house, and a very large house. And I'm not sure if it's the house, I was having a premonition of the house I'm going to next week, or I'm having a premonition of another location, or it was just a dream. But it was so vivid and real. There was like a dark shadow figure. And then all of a sudden, it felt like I got attacked. And then I went to open my eyes and I couldn't see anything. And I even turned on my lights, and my one part of my face, like my eye, was just black, even though the lights were on. And then like I freaked out, and all of a sudden my vision came back. It flipped me out. Like it creeped me out. I don't know what it was, but the spiritual activity last night was incredibly strong. I'm not sure what.
Sounds more like a warning.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of thinking.
All I can advise is keep your guard up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And we're going to a potentially messed up location next Saturday. We're going to David Omen's house in Los Angeles, just 40 yards away from where the Manson murders happened. Yeah, it was pretty wild, guys. Hey, Budget Outdoors and Survival, what is going on?
I don't remember when it was, but shortly after Paul Walker's failed car accident, the Ghost Adventures actually went to a spot that was made a memorial for him, and basically said, we may not have directly met you, we respected you for who you were. Another thing about Paul Walker, he was actually on Shark Week. Yeah.
Interesting.
1 year. And the following year after the crash, the following Shark Week, the guy that had met with him the year before was saying how Paul Walker was a down-to-earth guy and everything. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
then obviously we have, you probably have to go to Stan Lee walking around Cali somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
The tributes are still pouring in.
Well, we're going to Los Angeles this coming Saturday, and I mean Paul Walker died in LA, so that might be, if we could find exactly what street it was, I'm sure we could probably stop by and check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I quit using the spirit box in my house because of the portal that is open in this house. The energy would just get so extreme.
Yeah, this past Saturday we had something real scary happened to us in the car. My family, we were heading to New York, which we do every year for our New York Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother started having a seizure in the car.
Wow.
For no reason.
Crazy.
My mom had to get off the highway doing 90.
Wow. That's so strange.
Was called and everything. Thankfully, my other brother, his girlfriend can drive, so she jumped in the driver's seat while my mom was in the ambulance with my younger brother.
Wow.
Actually, that song "To You Again," the singer actually lost a friend. That's what the truth. Charlie Puth, Huss, or however you pronounce the dude's last name. The song is actually a tribute for his friend who died, not directly for Paul Walker.
Okay. Cuddly Cathy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But they do use the song in the last Fast and Furious as a tribute to Paul Walker.
Just to let people know, my phone is right here, and my computer is way off to the side here, and my K2 is not near anything that can affect it. So if it jumped, then that's something that I can't really explain because it shouldn't be jumping. It's actually too far away from my computer. I'll even push my computer farther back, and it'll still go off. So I will, there we go. I pushed it further back, so it shouldn't be showing. Yeah. But Wes Khalifa Wes Khalifa made it for Paul Walker. Hey, Sharpshooter, what reason not to give my number? He's conducting. You can call into, I don't want people sharing their phone number just out of anonymity. I don't want you, just in case there is somebody who's less than a troll, basically. I don't want trolls calling people's numbers in the chat. That's basically what it is. And I have it set up where you have to say your channel name before I enter your chat into the stream, so I can decipher whether it is. And I will not be taking calls from restricted numbers, and you have to say your channel name when you enter this. So I need to make sure you are 100% legit before I answer the call. It's just for a security reason. I'm just letting people know ahead of time.
And what I'm doing is I have a Google Voice number, so I don't have to use my phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Google Voice number. Yeah, that's how I have it set up.
My computer has a lot better audio than my phone does.
Yeah.
I have 3 of my one view.
Right. Wow, it sounds like a freaking hurricane outside. I thought this storm wasn't going to come in because like they kept pushing back the rain times. I'm like, okay, so I don't think this is going to be as bad. I'm wrong. This storm is really, really bad outside. It is going off. We don't get storms like this in California that often.
Yeah. Also, teams have gone to places where a full moon was present and paranormal activity was boosted essentially from the full moon. Thunderstorms also seem to boost it.
Mm-hmm.
Running water, limestone, quartz. You combine all those factors together in one location, and you supercharge your dose.
Yep. So there is thunder and lightning in the area. It's about 40 miles away. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I picked up activity on the EMF reader right here. I mean, it would totally not surprise me at all. I mean, because my house, it picks up in my house normally, so why wouldn't it amplify in a storm? Yeah, the storm is all over California right now. We just started getting slammed by it just a few minutes ago. Right when I came home, and it's hitting hard right now. I mean, it's dumping rain. Yeah, storms are good for the paranormal.
It's basically like a ghost walking toward a giant power plant absorbing all of that energy.
Right. Exactly.
Or having a EMF, Tesla coil.
Right.
In a room, and it going off, you're supercharging the energy in the air.
Hey, what's going on, 8-Bit Reactor? Sorry, just wanted to put it up there. Is my stream running okay? I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. Just let me know if there's any problems. Anybody in the chat, just let me know if there's any problems that start occurring. And there's a very good possibility later on in the stream that I could lose the power in the house and it'll just cut my stream off. So I'm just letting you know. Sometimes it'll be just a quick power surge, but it will take me off the stream. So I'm going to try to stream as long as I possibly can. So I hope you guys are ready. It's going to be an awesome live stream, and I have Chris the Ghost Hunter on right now, and he's from Pennsylvania. Have you had any paranormal locations that you've been to, or anything going on in your house?
I've noticed small things around my house. I've noticed that thing did follow me to work today while I was at work earlier. It's 2:12 for me, so it was yesterday technically. I worked 4 to 10 Eastern, and that creature that I described, it follows me.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I can't directly see it, but I know it's there.
Wow. So what kind of entity is this? Is it something that's bad?
I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't know. What I do know is that it had piercing red eyes, jagged red teeth, jagged teeth. Its ribs, instead of being inside the body, were twisted backwards and curving in towards the spine. It was very, very skinny.
Yeah, look, that sounds very demonic to me.
Yeah, but can it survive outside in broad daylight at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon? It looked directly at me when I looked out the window.
So is that like more like a cryptid? Oh my God, M's dad's rating me right now? Are you serious? Wally's World of Toys? Uh-oh, here comes the M's dad raid. This is going to be intense here in a second.
We're up to 28.
Dude, M's dad, thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm not taking my shirt off. That's $300 or 300 likes. Oh my God. Hey, Feels. Hey, Harmony. Hey, Brandon Hines. How's it going? Art Bear, Nick Adams, Rebel Toys. Guys, I'm getting a lot of phone calls in right now. I have a new call coming in from Fredericksburg, Texas. Actually, that is where I was born. So, Chris, I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to take this call from Texas.
Call from?
Yes, Greg Lopinick.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Okay. I sent the caller's voicemail. Goodbye.
Oh, what? If that person would like to call in again, please do so from Fredericksburg, Texas. Wow, thank you guys so much. Trek Lady C, Something's Basic, Mr. Something Basic, Aron Paparazzi, Craig Durbin, Funko Pop or Funko Pack, Theoretical Cards, Wow, so many amazing channels in here, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. I'm trying to read all your names. Gary W. Walters, B-Fam, what is going on? Thank you guys for all the raiders. I do really appreciate it. We have almost 40 people in the chat. We have Detecting Ore Beaches. We have Green Street Recycling Man, SDA. Thank you guys so much for this raid. I really appreciate it. And 6 new subscribers. So I really appreciate all of that. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, Lady Dazed. So if that person from Fredericksburg, Texas, could please call me back, I would really appreciate it. Hey, Big Bear 77, good to see you. Thank you so much. Hey, could you help Funko Pack get to 300? Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do that, I think. How close is he? Oh, he just hit 300. He's at 302. 303 now. So I'm reading 303. Funko Pack. Hey, Pop Couple, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah. He already hit that number already, man. He's 304 right now. So that's super cool. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Chris the Ghost Hunter, for the super chat. I really appreciate it, man. I just hit 1.5K on your stream. Awesome, Funko Nerd Shark. That's super awesome. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So we got a call back from Fredericksburg, Texas.
Yeah, it's Greg from Fredericksburg.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, is this Greg?
Yeah, are you seriously from Fredericksburg?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was actually born
that blows
there.
Me away.
I was actually born there. My grandparents used to have a ranch there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, small world, eh?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I miss it,
That's real
dude.
crazy.
I miss Fredericksburg. It's
Do you
beautiful.
really? I don't. I'm ready to move out. I'm just trying to get my...
That's how I feel about California, dude. Oh my god.
Well, no, you know, I moved here. I moved in here from Houston. You ever heard of the Hangar Hotel?
Which building?
You know the Hangar Hotel? The Hangar Hotel? Or the Brewing Company?
No.
Okay. No? Okay. Yeah, I hope the...
I haven't been to Fredericksburg, honestly, since before 2004. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I've been to Austin a few times since, but I haven't been back to Fredericksburg.
Yeah, Fredericksburg has surpassed, they're only second to San Antonio when it comes to tourism. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's become quite the wine country there in Fredericksburg, from what I hear.
Oh, yeah. They opened up a bunch of... See, my background is in wine.
Oh.
And, yeah, there's a bunch of vineyards out here now.
Wow.
Now it's what's called an appellation, which means you have to go through the Congress and the Senate to get a license. So,
wow.
It's full-fledged money-making deal here.
Thank you so much.
The reason why I called you is... this house I used to live in, and I want you to know, I'm ex-military. So I never believed until I moved into this house. I hope that makes sense. I believe with you with spirit boxes and stuff like that, it only invites bad spirits into your area. But this house I lived in, I would hear whispering. I would hear or smell cigarette smoke.
Yep.
Like old... I know this sounds cliche, but like old female perfume. Like that old rose smell. And when I was about to move out, I finally got this recording, and it sounds like a 2x4 being slammed down on the ceiling. I'll send you the video.
Wow.
But my question is, because I know I'm a solid mind person, and unless you experience this stuff, it just kind of puts you on the jilts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you don't. I'm used to seeing what's in front of me as trouble, but my keys would go missing. You know, I mean, the whole gamut. The thing is, so I just shut my mouth up, and until the people who live there now, because I don't want them to go through what I went through. You understand?
Oh, absolutely.
Because when you hear all this stuff and your stuff starts
being moved around and this and that, you know, you think to yourself, am I just kind of losing it? Well, no.
I know exactly how
I'm just asking you. Well, I'm asking you because I just can't go to a friend of mine and go, hey, you know, well, don't believe what I say because I don't lie. But what would you do in my position?
I honestly don't know. Like, I don't even like telling people in my immediate family, and I don't tell like my super closest friends that my place is haunted. I have people who have come from the paranormal field over to my house. Chris from Bakersfield Paranormal Services came over, and the second he stepped in, he said something is off about your house, and I was like, why? And then we sat down, had a conversation. We're just chilling, and all of a sudden, with our naked eye, we started seeing these black orbs flying around the house. And then I got interested, and I put my night vision camera set up, and it looked like shooting stars going on my night vision. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then all of a sudden, he put both of his feet on the couch. He said, dude, there's a woman crawling on the floor on all fours. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry I'm sorry you had to witness that. He's more sensitive than I am.
How amazing is that to see that?
It's pretty.
That's gotta be scary.
It is, and see, I had a demonic situation when I came back from an investigation at the murder house on my other channel, Presence of the Unknown, and we did that location, and 7 people have been murdered in that house within a 15-year period. And the house just had an immense energy and very, very negative. In fact, when they had bought the house, they found a skeletal remains in the crawl space. And that was 3 months prior to us moving in there. And they had found out through a tissue sample that he had been poisoned with arsenic.
Yeah. And see, that should be, and if I'm not correct, if I'm incorrect, that should be in the clause when you sell a house, right? If there's been a murder or there's been a suicide. Am I not correct on that?
Yeah, like,
is that correct?
Your question was.
I mean, it's disclosed. It's disclosed in the contract.
Yeah, if there's a murder or a suicide, they actually did not tell us that a lady had died in our house until after I found out about it with my spirit box.
Right.
And
you know what? It is scary. I'm not trying to take over the conversation.
No, dude.
It's nice to speak to someone and know what I'm saying.
Right.
When I moved into my new house, it's so quiet. It's eerily quiet. You know what I'm saying? No one. I mean, I don't have any attachments. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But was so used to living in this house and hearing whispers. Now it's kind of weird that the house is quiet. I hope that makes sense to you. It just makes me realize. And I come from background of military.
Right.
You know, I have a degree in criminology.
Wow.
Facts are supposed to be in front of me. And that's what I'm saying. When I started hearing, whispers and stuff like that, I wasn't questioning myself because I know I'm sane. I started questioning the house. And there's no records in Fredericksburg courthouse because there was a big fire, like at the turn of the century.
Right.
And the house is 120 years old.
Wow. And there's not a lot of people know in the Austin area. I mean, there was Confederate battles, not big ones, but they were Confederate battles in Central Texas, and a lot of people fucking died.
Exactly.
A lot of people died.
Well,
actually, there was a building in Austin called the Mansion, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this place.
Right.
But there was a Civil War general who later became the governor of Texas during the time of the Confederacy, and he was there with his family staying at that hotel, and his daughter was playing with the ball, and she tripped and found down the stairs and broke her neck. That was the first paranormal experience I ever encountered, and that was when I was a skeptic, and I had a hard time disproving that one.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My whole life, I debunk things. I look at things as a matter of fact, and I'm only calling you because this is the first time in my life, I'm almost 50, where I could not debunk anything. And you're correct. The Nimitz Museum in Fredericksburg was a hotel at one time.
Mm-hmm.
It was the last pass you got until you got to El Paso.
Oh wow!
And there was a history here where they kept Indians in jails.
Oh wow!
And compounds in Gillespie. So I'm thinking, is it the property? Is it the house? I just have a bunch of questions.
Very well could have been. Shoot
Yeah.
questions. I'm always happy to answer. I've been studying the paranormal for over 6 years now.
Right.
The thing that really drew me to the paranormal was the photo evidence that I would get. And the first time I got photo evidence was of the Hounds of Hell in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wow.
And they were guarding a sadistic slave owner's gravesite. And that blew my mind because we didn't see this disfigured dog with glowing red eyes until we developed that image.
Wow.
And that hooked me right there.
And that's crazy when you see it. You try to normalize it, or you try to have common sense on something, and then when there's not an answer, you just go, okay. I've seen some weird shit in my life, but I'm telling you, this house I lived in, I'm just worried about the people living there. And like you said, I don't know what to do.
So what kind of energy is there?
Okay, it's very negative.
Very negative.
Like
people getting assaulted in the house by an unseen force, or
no. I mean, there's no scratches, there's no bites. It's I'm a very positive person, but if I was in a house, I would get negative.
Oh wow! So this negative spirit sounds like, it doesn't sound demonic, but it sounds like a negative entity. It sounds still human form, like it has that negative emotion, probably most likely a hateful person of some kind, and it had a personal vendetta against something. That's part of its unfinished business. But it sounds like it's a pretty angry individual who lives in that house. My best suggestion would be to maybe kind of break it to him slowly, if that possible, and tell him to try to find somebody that could help him cleanse the house and bring some positivity in.
How about if I did this? Just a letter, handwritten letter.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in their mailbox, and if they have any questions, they can call me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or would that be? I know they're feeling
something that might have affected you might have not affected her. Maybe it's just resentful towards men. Maybe it was an abused woman who died in the house and she's just resentful. Maybe she was killed by somebody that was full of hate and she just resents. I mean, it could be a multiple different kinds of things. The woman who died here in my house, actually in this room right behind me, she was a schizophrenic. She was very, very old. No, not very old. She was like 70s, mid 70s. In between, like,
that's old.
Yeah, I mean, she was an older lady, and she was not in good health. She ended up having a heart attack, fatal, and dying right here, supposedly on the floor. So I found out. This was not disclosed to my family, by the way, and they actually had to rip a part of the house out because of the decay.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And I ended up confirming her name as Janet before I ever read the property record, and it matched it on the property record.
Right. And schizophrenia, through my studies, criminology, schizophrenia is almost like a childhood type of being. That makes sense. You're very high and very low.
Yeah, it's almost like a manic disorder of some kind, but you also have...
And they see spirits. They see spirits, because I think when you're weak or when you're sick, that's when, demons or bad spirits take advantage of people. I really do. I think they take on the weak, and I mean, that's my belief. it's really. I mean, thank you for taking your time to talk to me.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I love doing the show, because I get to talk to so many new type of people who have been dying to share their stories. And like, I love connecting to people this way, because if it's not me who can directly connect with somebody in the chat, I have a lot of paranormal investigators here in the chat constantly.
Right.
And a lot of them can connect.
Right. And one last thing, and I'll let you go, I promise.
No, good, man.
My family knows I'm not special, but I'm sensitive. Does that make sense?
Right. I'm empathic. So
like like for instance, this was a long time ago. Before I even married my wife, we were in bed, and I had a dream about my grandfather who passed, and he said, "Wake up, boy." And it freaked me out. So I called my mom at 3 o'clock in the morning. Said, "I just got a dream from from Popo, Grandpa." Wow. And he said the anniversary. She said the anniversary was that day.
Wow.
So my family knows I'm not a freak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's happened more than a time.
Right.
It's just trying to explain to people that are not in this loop to keep your mouth shut, because unfortunately, unless it happens to them, then it's not true, unfortunately.
Right. And sometimes I have family members that are skeptical about this. I know. But I have a lot of family on both sides. My dad's side especially, because my dad's side predominantly lives in the South. My dad lives in Georgia, and a lot of his relatives live in North and South Carolina, and also near Kansas City. So we have a pretty wide family. And then I have I actually have some family still in Austin, and then I have family elsewhere as well. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of family, especially my southern part of the family. They still very heavily believe in the paranormal. Like, my dad doesn't approve of me investigating because he's afraid of what happened, and it ended up happening when I had carried that demonic presence into my house. And I have a pretty strong faith in Christianity and that kind of stuff. And I still almost got possessed.
Yeah.
Like, I was waking up.
I believe it.
I was waking up with scratches across my throat, claw marks in my hands. This was in this house. Right. This was not too long ago. I've only had this channel up for about 7 months now, and it's crazy to see the activity that used to be here. And it was so bad, and the missing nights of sleep, that I finally just cracked and got a priest over here because I couldn't deal with it on my own.
Wow. I'm going to tell you one thing, and I know you'll understand what I'm saying. It's in the eyes when it comes to possession. Mm-hmm. You know, they say the eyes are the soul to your window, or the window to your soul. Mm-hmm. In the Navy, I was a rescue swimmer, and off the coast of Florida, this guy jumped off the ship trying to swim into Florida. He just wanted to get out of the Navy.
Wow.
I know. He was a junior Olympic swimmer, and I was a rescue swimmer. And he outswam me with fins.
Wow.
When I finally got up to him and I looked in his eyes, do you understand? His eyes were not right. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He had like a void of, he had some kind of void.
Well, there was no roundness in his pupils. You know what I'm saying?
Huh. So it was like something almost inhuman?
Yeah, I think I honestly believe he was obsessed, or he just wasn't right. And I literally, sorry to say this to the public, had to beat him down to make him calm down, because he was trying to bring me down in the water.
Wow.
He jumped off a U.S. Navy ship to swim off to Florida.
Wow.
I've never really told that story before because it sounds crazy.
No.
But the truth is,
I'm sure. I know for a fact that one of our local Army bases here is known to be well haunted. I believe it's what base was it? It was Camp Roberts here in Central California. People have reported.
Okay, so you're in California?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm here in California now. just north of. I'm 4 hours north of Los Angeles. But yeah,
Right.
there's. I mean, I'm sure the military, with all the stuff that happens, I'm sure the paranormal plays a huge freaking part. Absolutely.
The residual actions of, think about this. When I was in Desert Shield, Desert Storm.
My dad was in Desert Shield, Desert Storm.
But it makes me feel old now. Thank you very much.
My dad was a Chief Warrant Officer 3 in the Marine Corps.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I was an E6 rescue swimmer, and we boarded ships in the Red Sea and the Gulf, and also OS, operating specialist, and IS,
okay,
intelligence specialist.
Gotcha.
So all the facts. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I first came across this house, I was so like, okay, I'm just gonna just whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
But it just showed me that there's strange shit out there that you can't explain.
Nope, definitely not.
And by going what you're saying about I don't know what your belief is, but I'm a Christian.
I am too.
I can tell you, my faith has kept me away from them.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Well, because of me being an investigator, I've unfortunately come.
I know you have attachments, I'm sure.
I had the demonic attachment from the murder house because I was playing with the spirit box, and I thought what I had come in contact with the child ended up being the demon. And I invited it to come speak with me, and that's when we had everybody on our team got attacked at that house in one form or another. I mean, it was pretty much no joke. It was pretty serious.
No, I believe you.
And like, I had my pillow covered in blood from the claw marks in my hand. I was waking up with a 7 or 8 foot tall shadow figure with glowing red eyes and looking over me while I slept. It freaked me out so many times waking up to that every night. I was hearing voices in my house that, I still hear them occasionally, but not by the thing that used to be in this house. Like, and me and my friends were both hearing like really twisted demonic stuff, like in the form of
like whispers.
No, these were full auditory. No, this was full auditory, loud and clear. Like,
wow.
I would hear growling without my EMF reader. I almost thought I was becoming a psychic because I was like, I shouldn't be able to hear this. And I'm not. I don't have any form of mental history.
That's a classic A EVP, right?
Yes, that was a class A EVP. Actually, last week when I was live streaming, I was saying I'm not afraid, and I was talking about the spirit because I felt some negative energy here, and all of a sudden you hear a laugh come over my studio mic, which is very sensitive and doesn't pick up EVPs that well. And like this is a really expensive mic, and it picked up a full-on woman's laughter, and I believe it to be Janet.
Wow. Right. See, I'm having. Do you have physical problems?
As in what kind?
Well, I tell you what. I know this sounds crazy, but my belly button would bleed at the old house. My belly button.
Really?
I went to the doctor. Yeah, I went to the doctor. And they don't know why.
Other than the physical attacks that I received in this house, which I haven't had in a long time, knock on wood, and I plan not to ever have that happen to me again. But who knows with some of these upcoming investigations, all I know is that God is more powerful than any demon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But,
I mean, it's a matter of fact. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of I'm not scared of demons or spirits or this and that because... They're scared of God.
Yeah, people are like, people are saying in the chat, we heard some pretty crazy. That laugh happened on that last live stream. That was pretty wild.
Wow. But yeah, I still can't explain. Neither doctors is my belly button bleeding. I don't. want to go into detail because I'm sure people listening.
I definitely became more sensitive to what has happened in the paranormal field due to my near-death experience in 2013. I was hit by a drunk driver just off of the highway here in San Luis Obispo, California, and she rolled my car 4 times. Wow. And I have my heart actually stopped in that accident, and I technically died. And ever since then, I've had this kind of empathic ability to kind of sense things and energies and I can feel their emotions. And this house, this I've been brought to tears on this live stream by the entity that was in my house. It used to make me feel physically sick. And it used to make me like get angry and upset, and it was really not good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was telling you about the old house.
Yeah,
and you going back to your near-death experience.
Mm-hmm.
Since back in the day, because I'm your dad's age, freezers. I lived down in Houston, and we had old freezers in the house, right, unplugged. And I was playing hide and go seek with my friends, so I decided, I was like 7, I decided to get in the freezer. Well, guess what? It doesn't open from the inside.
Oh, shit.
You understand what I'm saying? My mom found me in the last minute. I mean, I was like literally passing out. From my experience now, I was losing air.
Wow.
But I understand, ever since then, it's kind of like things come to me, like you're saying about your near fatal death.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like once you get close, you're not scared anymore. So I think when we're children, we are not taught to dispel everything, so we see everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think as we get older, we are told to just be matter of fact. But the facts are there's a whole nother sphere of other unknown things going on in the world, and science wants just to shut it down.
Absolutely.
You can't tell me a person that passes away by God's nature doesn't stay with their loved ones on Earth, even though they can travel. I guess that's the best way I can say it.
Right.
I think.
And there's a thing called astral body, ectoplasmic travel. Spirits often use their ectoplasmic form to present ourselves in the form of apparitions, and that's often what we see. But yeah, I definitely think, and I totally think that there's full-on earthbound spirits, and I've experienced them very many times. It's
called your little voice.
Right.
It's called your little voice inside, right? Mm-hmm. You know, the voice that tells you shouldn't do that. You know, it's like the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, that kind of little voice.
Right.
And I think that's your family, loved ones. I hope it doesn't sound crazy. I think it's the spirits from your family telling you.
Oh, yeah. No, I had that feeling. I had something seriously telling me to not go into the murder house. The second I put my foot in that house, I immediately got sick. Like, I almost threw up. And I pushed myself to go inside that house. And I knew I made a mistake from being in that basement. Because when it felt like somebody had run a hot poker right through the top of my ear. And I flipped. Wow. I almost lost it. That actually was not caught on camera. That was off camera. But we caught my friend getting scratched across her neck, Cynthia. And Joe had his shirt pulled. Something was trying to pull him deeper into the basement.
Did that not simply just piss you off that you were marked?
I mean, that was the first time that was the first time I got marked by something truly evil, and it didn't really piss me off. It was actually very good learning process, in my opinion. I'm not super glad that it happened, but I'm kind of glad that it happened because I know how to deal with. That was my first demonic situation where it actually followed me, so I know the precautions of how to not have that happen again. And I need to take those lessons to this house coming on Saturday, because there is an evil entity in that house, supposedly. And it was reported on Ghost Adventures along with a bunch of other TV shows. Even the homeowner admits it, that there's some kind of a really negative entity in the house, and people get attacked there. And the energy levels in that house are so strong that people pass out. So I have to be very, very aware.
I tell you what, I've been watching Ghost Adventures since they first started.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, and I've watched, there's a guy, he's in England.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give his Paranormal X.
Oh, yeah.
Paranormal X. Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
He's pretty straight up guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
Because you're in a field where all you have is just, soundings and this and that. And science cannot define what paranormal is. That's why they push paranormal away. I hope that makes sense.
Right.
Because nothing's proved, but everything's been proved.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, all these Ghost Adventure entities, TV series, they have to have action, so they make up action. That's fine. But there's a lot of truth. I mean, the TV network pushes down, they want evidence. And I think being an entity in paranormal, you need to do it on your own and just do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being employed by entities that want evidence when you can't get evidence in an hour and a half, 6 hours.
Right.
Make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and I'm holding up your time.
No.
I didn't realize how long we've been talking.
No, it's perfectly fine. I found this conversation.
I'm proud. I think us being Frederick Spriggans gave a little legitimacy to my comments.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad I got to help you answer some of your questions, because a lot of people who are not in the paranormal field, this is a very, very foreign thing to them when they start experiencing things that they can't see, feel, or touch.
Exactly. And that was the whole thing that really caught my attention at that house.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like I said, my background is in facts, evidence, and I could not understand why there's cigarette smoke in the house when no one's here.
Wow.
It just didn't make sense. But I will send you that video.
Absolutely.
You have a website. I can send that to your website?
I don't have a website, but you can send it to me. I do most of my networking on Twitter and Facebook.
Okay.
You can find me under my channel name on Facebook, and I'm sure it'll get passed around here in the chat. But Texas GT.
Well, I tell you what. I can send it to you via text.
I just don't know if the Google Voice number will connect a text message.
Oh, okay.
But you can grab, if you have Google Hangouts, you can add me. My email address is linked to my channel. So you can find it, hsflparanormal@gmail.com, and you can contact me that way as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't do Facebook.
Okay. Understandable. A lot of people don't.
Just don't do the social media.
Right.
Anyway, thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah,
Thanks
no problem.
Listening.
Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciated the conversation.
Well, I did too, and thank you. And I hope if people are listening, it can happen to anybody.
Yeah, it really can. Hey, Mother Nature.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, and just have a faith. Have faith in God that He will protect you, and pray your ass off.
Exactly, because you know what? Demons are jokes. I'm sorry to say they are.
A lot of them are tricksters, manipulators, liars, and deceivers.
They feed on your fear.
Yep.
And that's all they have. So, all right. God bless you.
God bless you as well, sir. So, guys, that was Texas GT. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing sharing your story. That was really, really enlightening. I really do appreciate it. Mother Nature is in the house. Hashtag Pippa that shit. And I hope you guys are having a great night so far. Much love, you guys. But that was a pretty good conversation. I absolutely loved that conversation. It was very, very enlightening. I love sharing some of those stories and some of those facts with people that might not be in the field and they have questions about what they need to do in those kind of cases. So that was pretty cool. Hey, that was John's likes to. That was ha 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 ha. Ghost Mafia in the house. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Texas GT. I'll just call you Texas GT. But I really appreciate it. Ghost Mafia, it's good to see you. How you doing, Dave? All right, guys. Phone number is live. No, that was TXGT. He's in the chat here, Technetic Beats. So the phone number is live if you guys want to call in and share your scariest paranormal stories. The call line number is live. This can go either to a paranormal investigator or somebody that has had paranormal experiences in the past. And the phone number is hot. So, hey, Eric Garcia is in the house. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Hey, Chasing the Unknown, what is going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I mean it's definitely pretty wild to go through those experiences. I've lived in a couple haunted houses, both in North Carolina and in California. So it's definitely, you never quite get used to it, I guess. But you just pray that like it's not a negative spirit. In this case here, Janet doesn't really bug me all that bad. We have a caller coming in from Newtown, Pennsylvania. Hey, Chris.
Hey, got to mention this at all, but over the summer, my mom and my stepdad were in the house.
Uh-huh.
Me and my brother's girlfriend was down in North Carolina. See my dad's side of the family. And he had some stuff happen in the house while we were away. According to my mother, there was a noise from outside the front door. She went to open the door thinking someone was there. There was nothing there. The fridge door opened on its own.
Wow.
Both my dogs would run to the kitchen just barking at nothing, and they don't normally do that. They'll do that if someone pulls into the driveway. They go ballistic.
Wow.
Running around crying. And at home that night, we heard what sounded like an animal meowing outside the front door.
Strange.
And scratching at the front door.
Huh.
Mind you, the front door is mostly a window. Mostly glass.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder what it could have been.
We opened the front door and there was nothing there.
That's pretty
and
wild.
If my dogs didn't go ballistic, they would have gone ballistic if it was a squirrel.
Right. Totally understand. Huh. Yeah, you would think if there was something, your dogs would have gone absolutely insane.
Yeah, but then again, they're more of love bugs than anything.
Yeah.
They'll knock you on your butt to lick your feet.
Right. I mean, my dog's pretty friendly, and he was the first to notify me that Janet existed in my house because he's just started staring in the middle of the hallway or in the middle of the living room here and growling at something. And I was like, what is going on? What are you looking at? And then I brought out my spirit box and it says, hi. I was like, oh, hi, who is this? And it said, Janet. I was like, huh. Janet, are you did you die in this area? And it confirmed it on the EMF reader. And then I said, did you die in this house? And again, it said yes, actually, on the spirit box. And then I confirmed it with the property records. There was a lady named Janet who died here in the house.
Well, it seems that there's a reason why you and your dog met.
Right. Well, my dog, I actually rescued him. He was found walking around almost like basically he was about to die from injury from his previous owner, and he was just walking around the streets looking for food, and they picked him up and rescued him. And like I had actually seen him walking on the side of the highway and brought him to the Humane Society, and then I fell in love with him, so I decided to adopt him when he got all of his stitches and got fixed and everything. Gave him some time to heal up, and he's been my buddy ever since.
Well, it sounds like, in a way, the stars in the universe aligned that you two met.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, he rescued you, and you rescued
Oh, absolutely. Him. Without that dog, when I was going through with what I was going through back in 2013, he was there with me when I went through that car accident. How old is Baxter now? He's almost 7. He doesn't look it.
Wow.
He still acts like a puppy, though.
I think he's a lab and retriever, and he cries like a baby. Also, beagles are very known. It's the breed. They are afraid of lightning and thunder.
Oh, yeah. My dog is, too.
He shakes like he's having a seizure. Like, no joke. He shakes.
Wow.
That's with all beagles. That's just the breed. When he howls, the beagle comes out.
Oh, yeah. See, my dog's never howled, but he has its moments where he'll just stare at something and growl at it. And that's how I was alerted to the paranormal activity in my house.
Do you remember that episode of Ghost Adventures when they found that dog that was just wandering around?
I actually haven't watched most of Ghost Adventure stuff. I finally watched the one on the David Omen house only because I'm going there next Saturday.
Yeah, I guess you could say that was your research.
Yeah, so I was doing a bunch of research, watching other people's paranormal videos of that house, and kind of getting an idea of what was there. Just trying to look at, because I had that weird dream, and it almost seemed like it was that house, almost like a premonition. And that's why I started doing the research, and it was very, very eye-opening. But yeah, it was like, see, like when things like that happen to me, I don't necessarily like get freaked out about it. It intrigues me even more to want to dive down into what happened.
I had a weird dream a couple nights ago. For some reason, I was in, I guess, California. I was talking to you and Brandon from Sacred Ghost Trackers, and his team was there. All your team members were there, and a couple other teams from YouTube were there. And for some reason, we were going to do this massive investigation. I know this because I was standing next to you in the dream.
You're standing next to me?
Yeah. Like, we were looking at the cameras, but I didn't see the cameras, but I knew they were there. There was fencing things on our left.
You know, you're actually not the first person to call in saying they had a dream about me getting attacked or me being with them in a paranormal investigation.
No one got attacked. It's just like, why did I have a dream of all these investigators in a dream all teaming up.
Maybe it's a premonition of the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very possible that could be a future thing that happens. But I mean, time will tell. I definitely would love to tour the United States and meet up with some of you guys. Definitely, that would be really, really cool. I dream of John all the time. Oh my God, Kim Fitzgerald. She's gonna make me blush. I have bad dreams where you were twerking.
Oh my God.
That's funny as hell. Oh my gosh.
You're 40 away from having to twerk.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'm aware of that. Oh Lord. Let's see here. I'm just waiting for my mail.
One of my dogs actually, he gets his tail wags, so his tail probably weighs like 3 pounds. Just tail alone.
Right.
And when he shakes, if it hit you, you would actually feel it. As opposed to our other dog, who's a rescue, all we know is that she's shepherd. She's tiny, she's shepherd, and we don't know what the other mix is. But she's small. She's like a mini shepherd.
Interesting.
But we don't know if it's a German shepherd, English shepherd, American shepherd. We don't know. But when she has to go out, she'll let you know.
Right.
If you say, do you need to go potty? She'll like trying to tell you she has to go out. And she's like 3, so she's still a baby.
Wow.
There was one time that I was just sitting in my room. I heard, you know those toys that you have for cats that have the ball in the middle?
Hey guys, I'm just gonna let you know the storm is really picking up outside. So when it happens, there might be a thunderstorm coming in because it's just getting louder and louder outside. So I don't know if I'm gonna lose power. I'll keep it going live as much as I can, but there is a possibility in the next hour or two that I could lose feed. So just giving you guys a heads up. If it randomly cuts out, that's why.
I also have 2 friends, handful of friends actually in California. The other night, I was actually on Xbox Live, and my friend kept disconnecting, and he said there was a massive storm. And one of my other friends, she called him one time. She's using Google Voice, and I'll just disclose this. She's actually from California, and she's using a Google Voice number from my area code.
Oh, okay.
So it's Jack 712.
What the hell is that? I just heard a knock come clearly from this house. It sounded like this in my house.
I think I heard it too. Are you sure?
That wasn't the storm. That came from inside of the house.
Are you sure the pup didn't walk into anything or
no? The dog is asleep in bed. He has he sleeps on a queen size bed with my mom. He's lazy, but no, he's fully asleep. Oh, it's buffering?
No, on my end.
Oh, it's showing on my end. What the hell? Hold on. It says it's running the ads for the stream. Okay.
Weird.
No, it's showing up, but it's running fine now.
Yeah, I think ads.
So that was strange. Yeah, I mean, it was a loud knocking. It was like a single knock, and it was pretty loud.
I even heard it.
Spirits, if there's anybody here with me in this house that made that knocking sound, can you please touch this meter? Let me know you're here. All you have to do is move that light. 1 blank for yes, 2 blanks for no.
could have sworn I saw it blink just before you said, one blink.
Huh. I didn't see it blink.
And there goes the...
What?
For a second, the camera unfocused.
Yeah,
and then it came back.
There's not supposed to be an autofocus with this camera. It goes in and out real quick. I don't understand what that is.
My camera does that, and it doesn't have an autofocus.
I'm using an HD webcam, so it should be a fixed lens camera, so it shouldn't have an autofocus.
So is mine. I don't understand why mine does that. Even though on Discord it does that.
Hey, Alicia Parrish Rock fam, how's it going? If there's any spirits who would like to communicate, can you please give me a sign in this house? Let me know you're here. If Janet is here with me, can you let me know touching this meter? It's been kind of quiet tonight. I'm actually surprised because last night was pretty much nonstop. Hey, Pixel's channel.
It's possible that they used up all the energy doing the activity last night.
Well, I mean, with the storm, you would think they'd be recharged.
Well, for some spirits, it takes a lot longer because of their age.
Play it back. After you asked that tap, you could hear something hit the floor. So that's what I heard. It was either something hit the floor or something made a sound on the wall. You should say one blank for you. Okay. If there's any spirits here, let me know. One blank for yes, no blanks for no. I feel an energy here. It's standing right behind me.
I don't know if it's my hair that I have on, but I feel like a cold breeze, even though the heater is on the floor.
I feel something cold towards my back. This is a normal feeling I get in my house, though. That's just Janet's energy.
You said that, and I felt a cold breeze hit my back. Now, when I told Jim, when I called in last week or the week before, I have a small army of Union soldiers in my house.
Oh, jeez.
Who are attached to me.
Wow.
And whenever one of them talks to one of my friends, they always address me as Commander.
Ooh, I just felt a big rush of energy.
Ooh,
right when the storm started to pick back up.
If the spirits over here want to go over to John...
No, don't invite any more here. I got plenty of spirits here, bro.
The soldiers to go defend you.
Oh. Well, it'd be nice if I didn't have as much. I have a few spirits who live here. A negative spirit named Chris, another one named Zach. The spirit of Janet is often here. And I believe that there's some kind of... Dude, I swear I just saw an orb fly right in front of my face. It went right past my eyeball up.
The funny thing is, I have a brother named Zach.
You have a spirit named Zach?
No, I have a brother.
Oh, brother. Huh. Strange.
How ironic that you're talking to a guy named Chris and who has a brother named Zach. And you have a spirit with the exact same name.
Definitely. Hey, what's going on, right side of Floyd? No, unfortunately, Bakersfield Paranormal Services isn't in the chat. Don't know what I hope he's doing all right. I haven't talked to him in a few days. He messaged me earlier today, so I know he's doing fine. But, didn't... Hey, what's going on, K-Dog? Good to see you. Yeah, definitely strange. Will B said something in the chat. Hey, Belinda Ostrom. 34 people in the house. Thank you guys so much. Let's see here. Sorry, there's a lot.
Another thing about the energy in my house, I felt more of it. Like, not just being empathic. I'm, like, noticing more and more things.
Whoa. There was an energy surge through my house just now. My studio lighting just dimmed out and came back. Huh. That could be because of the storm, but I really don't think so, because if it was really that bad, we would have lost power all together. Huh.
Well, over here, we've had storms that dim the lights. It's knocked out the router, but the teeth, there's Sandy, Superstorm Sandy, it almost knocked out a tree into my neighbor's house.
Is Chris in the chat? I can't really tell. Hey, Cynthia Downs, good to see you. Yeah, the storm here in California is really bad right now. We're having about 40-mile-an-hour wind and pretty heavy driving rain. Hey, 420, what's going on? Who's live? We live. Let's get it. Yeah, hell yeah. We used to get brownouts. Oh, okay. Yeah, storms and wind. Yeah, I mean, but it was, so I think that one could be definitely explained by the amount of activity. I mean, the amount of storm activity going on outside. I think that was like just a little kind of warning that I could lose my live stream because of how bad the storm is. There is thunderstorms in the area. As far as I can tell, I don't know how far they are away, but there are definitely some in the area just to the north of us. I'm not seeing it. Okay, so I guess 45 miles away is the nearest lightning strike, according to... But I guess just to the north of us is having a really bad like storm cell over it, where they're getting like close to 2 to 3 inches of rain per hour. We're right now probably getting a quarter inch an hour, but that's about to change because we have a huge line coming through here, and it just keeps getting stronger and developing and getting even worse. So it's just a matter of time before we get plunged here. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. The mountains in the Sierra Nevada are supposed to get upwards of 4 feet of snow. But hey, Chris, thank you so much for coming on, man. Hey, I want to get some more people. I have 31 people in the chat. I want to try to give people an opportunity to come up and share and share their paranormal stories. So I really appreciate you coming on and sharing with me and the people in the chat your experiences. Like I said, you're always welcome on the channel, and I really appreciate it, man.
I'm free tomorrow, so if you need to get in touch with me,
okay,
I will most likely be home most of the day. Unless I have to run out.
Okay. No problem, man.
So if you just want to do like a one-on-one interview like you said you want?
That's I'm going to start those interviews back up sometime in February. I already got some people interested and scheduled, but I will definitely do a more one-on-one with you at some point here soon. So I will definitely be in contact with you. I believe you're on one of the chats on Google Hangouts, so I'll definitely connect with you. So we'll definitely do something, man.
Yeah, and one of these days I want to get out to California.
Heck yeah, that would be awesome.
Also because I just want to pay my respects to Dan Lee.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like a deluge outside. I mean, it sounds like a tropical storm going on. But yeah, definitely, man. Well, thank you so much for calling in again tonight, man. I'm gonna try to get some more people on the call if anybody wants to come up.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Would you find it funny if Stan Lee was haunting your house?
Who?
Stan Lee.
Oh god, that would be pretty awesome.
And you would wake up every morning and he would do his intro. Like that's
Yeah.
how that would be. Oh.
His little cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Redding. Oh wow, Redding's gonna get it pretty bad. It looks like. Jeez. All right. Well, thanks, Chris, for coming on. I really appreciate it, man.
I've also woken up with scratches I can't explain.
Yeah, that's never fun.
I started wearing socks when I go to bed.
Definitely.
Just so I can be sure that I'm not scratching myself with my toenails. And even with the socks on, I was waking up scratches on my legs.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah,
and
that's nuts.
The blood was already dried, and you were, I say, quarter-inch to possibly half-inch.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty nuts. Yeah, like when I had woke up from that scratch, that claw marks in my hand, my pillow was soaked. My pillow had a bunch of blood on it, but it was already dry. But the marks were definitely in my hand. The only reason I looked down at my hand is because I felt this searing, burning pain on my hand, and I looked down, and that's when I saw it. But I sleep. I usually sleep with my hand under my pillow for like extra support, and it's something I've always done. And there's no way I could have gotten scratched on my hand by anything because my hand is always under my pillow. It's like a comfort thing for me. I don't know.
I do the same thing when I put my arms under my pillow just because it's comfortable.
Yeah, and the blood was on the underside of that pillow. It was 2 definitive claw marks. I still have the scar on my hand, actually.
Here's another thing. I was watching a thing with Celebrity Ghost Stories.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, before he became big in California, he had just moved to California to try and make it big. I forget the guy's name. It was on Celebrity Ghost Stories. He was driving out in the street somewhere. He saw a stray dog, so he got the stray dog in his car, and he was driving a little yellow VW Beetle.
Oh, wow.
And further down the road, because he wanted to adopt the dog to get it to the vet,
mm-hmm.
the dog was just laying on the floor in the passenger side.
Mm-hmm.
He gets into a car accident.
Wow.
But here's the freaky thing. He swears he saw his grandmother's ghost appear and push him back into his seat because he was going to go through the windshield.
Yeah, definitely.
And
wow.
He never met his grandmother. She had died before he was even born.
Huh.
And according to his parents, they had seen her watching over him when he was in the crib.
Mm-hmm.
And when the paramedics checked on him to see if he was okay, he only had a scratch on his forehead.
Right. Wow.
From the glass.
Huh.
But he also wasn't wearing his seatbelt, and they couldn't. The EMTs were baffled as to how he did not get injured.
Definitely. Well, hey man,
that,
I'm sorry to cut you off short, dude. I do need to get some more people, but definitely interesting, man. We'll definitely have more of a conversation. I just want to try to get some more people to tell their stories. So
I figured I'd tell that because it was relevant to the state you're in.
Absolutely. No, that sounds really crazy. But I've heard stories like that. So
yeah, I think my great grandmother is actually constantly because my mother is always calling her grandmother, which is my great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
When there's something bad around, she calls them their grandmothers.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. Well, thank you,
I'll let
Chris.
you know.
I'm gonna take the next callers here, and so I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Peace out. So, guys, I was Chris the Ghost Hunter, and he shared his scary story. So that was really, really cool. Nothing outlasts the ... Okay, guys. Hey, Rebecca C is back. Tam's the Kiwi. Tamara the Kiwi still just changed her name. So that's cool. Awesome. Hillbilly Pyro's in the house. Welcome. Guys, we have another caller coming in from Fort Collins, Colorado.
From
Chris, Thunderstar.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Center Stars. What's going on, man?
Not much, man.
Good.
It's ironic because at the end of Chris's conversation, he kind of brought up what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, cool. And that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, he brought up quite a bit, but the thing is that multiple times in my life I've woken up with scratches. When I've woken up with these scratches, they've always been in 3.
Yeah.
Never like 4 or 5 or whatever.
3s are usually the sign of a demonic entity. Usually, at least that I've ever heard of, is a sign of the mock of the Holy Trinity.
That's what somebody was telling me too. And what's weird is about 6 years ago, I woke up and I had a scratch on my inner left thigh. I won't forget it. It was raised, and that's the last time I was scratched. And within a few days, my beard started burning and itching, and then all of the hair follicles on my body did. I tried antihistamines, typical antihistamines. Ended up having to go to the hospital and getting specialized allergy shots, and went to a specialist. And I've been on hydroxyzine ever since. What's interesting about that is I always thought it was a special antihistamine.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked me a couple months ago, they're like, so why are you on the anti-anxiety med? And I said, I'm not on an anti-anxiety med. And they said, oh, what's the hydroxyzine for? And I was like, interesting, really? That's what it is? And they said, yeah. So that even threw me for a bigger loop, because the guy was talking about how added stress could kick off these immune reaction in our body, things like that. But at the time, I wasn't under any more stress than I normally am.
What
I don't
the
believe.
hell was that? Again, with the knock. It sounds like
I
this.
didn't hear anything, but that doesn't mean you're not hearing stuff. I do know that Reed Timmer came out with a video about an hour ago. He was somewhere in Southern California and was talking about some record snowfalls up to 10 feet possible, and it was just pouring down snow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was bad in the Sierra Nevada.
I don't know who Reed Timmer is, but he does the tornado videos and all that stuff.
Yeah. I used to storm chase, actually. I'm big into the whole storm chasing community because
unfortunately Joel passed away, but Reed is still on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, but Reed is still on there. He just had a video a little while ago. He was all dressed up in his coat.
Nice.
It was really coming down there in California. That's where you're at, right?
Yeah, man. I'm here in Central California.
It's been weird for us. I live in Colorado here. On January 11th,
Yeah.
it rained all day long. Rained from early morning before the sun was up until night. Now, I'm talking Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yeah, you guys usually get a lot of snow.
Everywhere else, we had rain. It just made no sense whatsoever.
Wow.
I've never seen rain early in the season. Usually you feel like a few drops maybe and immediately turns into snowflake, right?
Right.
No. It was full on raining like monsoon all day. It was just so weird.
Oh.
I don't remember that my entire life. So yeah, I think you may have seen it because you're friends with me on Facebook. I did post a picture, but I don't know. You're pretty busy.
I see. I think I saw what you were looking at on Facebook. Sometimes I don't comment on it, but I do look at it. I try to look at it every day.
No, that's the same way with me. I can't comment on everything, but I see what my friends post.
Yeah.
Or I will eventually. It cycles through. But yeah, like this whole scratch thing, I did try to go off the medicine about a year ago. And I thought it may have to do with some other meds I was on. So I went off of all my other meds. And then I tried going off of it. And within a couple days, I felt scratchy. But what happened was it drastically went into the itching. And everything smelled like mold and death. Like, and I had to rush to the hospital. It was like a really quick reaction.
So is it like the smell of it was like the smell of, because when I had the demonic situation, I know I screwed up on that location because the second I got into the car, I smelled what I smelled in the house. It smelled like rotting hamburger meat.
Oh, I tried to tell him, it was like my shampoo smelled like it was full of mold.
Ugh.
You know? And it burned my flesh. And the reason I'd taken a shower because I was starting to itch and burn and didn't even it hit me so quickly that I thought, oh, maybe I just need to take a shower. So I took a shower, and that's when it really smelled really bad. And I rushed to the hospital, and they gave me a shot, and then I got right back on the antibiotic. Well, not antibiotic, but what I thought was an antihistamine. Like I said a couple months ago, they asked me why I was on an anti-anxiety med, and I'm like, I haven't been on any psych meds in a long time. But
hey, if anybody wants to donate a drone to my channel, please, that would be awesome.
A drone?
Yeah, I would love to have a drone. I just can't afford it.
Oh yeah, well, that would be nice. And you know what's nice too is that I've seen on another channel they had this guy that had this Marauder flashlight. It's like 10 levels of brightness, and the brightest is like super duper daytime. If you want to check that out, I think Aqua did a review on it because he got it for free. Lucky him, like a $600 flashlight.
Jeez.
But
so I actually had a really cool email.
If you wave your hand in front of it, it dims down because the light is so intense that it puts off heat.
Yeah.
So for safety, if something gets in front of the lens, it dims itself down automatically.
So I had my first kind of little sponsorship email. Somebody wanted to send me one of their products, and they're a wholesaler on Amazon for audio equipment. And so they want to try to send me a new a high-tech clip-on mic. So I'll be able to use it on location. So it'll give me basically this kind of quality microphone, even if I'm on location, which is really, really cool. So they're going to be sending me that here pretty soon.
Well, what's interesting is I got one of those as well, though. But it was to my, how should I say, my Ymail account, not my Gmail account, but it was about my YouTube channel. I don't have a YouTube channel under my Ymail account.
Right.
So hopefully what you got was sincere and it was actually to your right account. But I think there's some people pulling scams with some of that, so watch out.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm still kind of weary with it, so I'm definitely trying to be careful.
You know, I would just check them out, see if they're legitimate, see if there's been any Snopes to look out for this fake ad revenue company or something.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would be kind of worried too. Be like, are you serious? But then you're like, if they are serious,
well, they replied to me twice and wanting to sound completely legitimate. So they said they're gonna how they're gonna do it is they're gonna send me the money on PayPal for their product, and basically I just go to the Amazon store and purchase it, and then give a review on my YouTube channel and on Amazon.
Well, that's clean. It's clean for it that way, then.
Yeah. So I'll be interested to see how that all transpires. Hey, Fireman CV is in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Everybody go check out Fireman CV. If you ever have questions about Streamlabs and OBS, he is the man to go to. He has a great number of really highly educational videos related to OBS, and he was how I really got started using OBS on my channel, and he helped me figure it out. So much love to Fireman CV. Fireman CV is awesome.
Yeah, I just kind of wondered if, anybody else had these experiences with these scratches.
I did. I got scratched every night for...
I know that you think you have a scar. But here I have whatever's affecting me.
Holy shit! Green Bay Wacky is in my chat. That's awesome. Green Bay is in the chat. Green Bay, I just gave you an automatic blue wrench. Thank you so much for coming by.
I still haven't earned my blue wrench yet.
Thank you so much, Green Bay Wacky. Sorry, I totally got distracted. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And Fireman CV, too. Like, awesome channels. That's cool.
All right, well, that's the topic I had.
I mean, dude, I totally understand what you're talking about, because when I went through that demonic situation after the murder house investigation, for about 2 months, it started with some minor poltergeist activity in my house. After that, I brought that demonic situation home with me, and it got so bad with the poltergeist activity that I started freaking out. And then when I started getting attacked and started seeing and experiencing the stuff that was getting worse and worse, that's when I called the priest over to my house to have my house exorcised. Because I was waking up with scratches on my chest and my wrist.
The house exercise, but I mean, other than when you had the scratches on your hand, and you did get like a small scar.
Yeah, I still have scars on my hand.
Any long-lasting health problems?
I didn't let it get that far.
Situation like that, because I almost wonder, like, sometimes if all of my health problems are an attachment, and maybe all these meds are holding it off.
Man, I would possibly go talk to a priest and tell him your experience, and kind of get if you're connected with your church. I'm not sure your political affiliation, or talk to somebody who's like a spiritual advisor and tell them about this. Yeah, so I would probably consult in somebody who's either spiritual or somebody who's in the religious faction to consult them on this, because it's no joke.
Yeah, I can't say for sure that it's paranormal. It could be that I just scratched myself on the first night I started itching, but really I didn't start itching for a few days after that.
Wow.
It was just something I woke up and noticed, and then I was like, this is interesting. Why am I suddenly feeling like I'm burning in my hair everywhere? And it just took off from there.
Yeah.
And it's never changed. So I've had people suggest trying different soaps, laundry soaps, that sort of thing. But anyways, I won't hold you up. I know you have a lot of people in, and there's some other people that wanted to call in too. But I just was hoping maybe somebody had experienced something like that, or maybe somebody eventually will watch this. And so, yeah, I had some ill health effects from something I woke up from, something or something.
Green Bay, thank you so much.
I've had other things too. I've had dreams where I've been like yanked around or beat up, and I wake up and I'm bruised feeling, but nothing, like in a dream I got yanked off my bed and it broke a table and it broke my alarm clock, but when I woke up, none of that was broken yet. I would still feel like I was bruised where I was grabbed.
Wow.
That part doesn't change. The physical feeling of where I was grabbed or hurt, that still hurts. Or if I hit my hip on the table, it hurts on my hip. Even though the table's broken, you see?
My EMF just went off finally in my house. I just noticed some EMF activity going on in my house. So that was kind of cool. Right when Green Bay comes in. So, yeah, guys,
I'm going to let you go.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. And like I said, like I told a few people, I need to start getting some of the teams to come up and share their experiences more one-on-one. And I'm going to start scheduling those out in February. So we're going to have some power-packed one-on-one conversations, more direct. And I would love to have you sometime in February, man. I'll try to get in contact with you. I believe you're connected to me on Facebook, and so we will definitely chat about this, and I will try to get you scheduled for February.
Okay.
If you're interested in wanting to do like a more one-on-one.
Get any reports from anybody that has similar things, ongoing health issues?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If anybody in the chat has,
I haven't heard anybody say they have ongoing health like that. So I question what it is, but for them to tell me now that I'm on and it's not an antihistamine, that it's a anti-anxiety, that I just throws me for a loop. Yeah, there could be an active ingredient in there, but why? I just don't get it. Anyways, all right, you guys have a great night.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, Center Stars. I really appreciate it.
Going up on the anxiety med.
Absolutely, man.
All right. Take care.
All right. Take care, man. Hey, Zara with Paranormal White Noise. Hey, Jenny Merseth, Mother Nature. We had Green Bay Wacky in the chat. Thank you so much, Dave, for coming by. I really appreciate it, brother. Kim Fitzgerald, Rock Fan, Belinda Ostrom, 42420, Native Grammy B, Will B. We have Hillbilly Pyro, Tara Eckel. We have the Sharpshooter, my brother. Much love. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate all of y'all's support. So many amazing channels. Raid the Fam, Center Stars channel had an amazing story, sharing about some of the stuff that he was going through with the demon, possible demon activity that he was going through with the scratches, and I think he's still going through it, from what it was sounding like. So that's pretty wild. That's never a good sign when just everything around you is going wrong, and it's by an unseen force that cannot be explained. So, guys, the chat line is open. You guys can call in. Just please say your channel name. And yeah, the whole gang is here. Lots and lots of awesome channels here. Guys, please show love to one another. Just don't ask for subs. That's all I care for, is you guys support one another. Just don't ask for subs. Now, She Rocks is in the house. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Tony the Rock Fams is in the house. Yeah, so you can call into the number. Let me grab it here. And just state your channel name, and you should be able to call in. So there it goes. The call-in number is live. All you need to do is say your channel name when trying to enter the conversation, and I'll be more than happy to introduce you to the show. Has there been any weird EMF readings? Because I only saw... Yeah, it's a great crowd. Love the people that come in late at night. I love this stream so much. This is my favorite stream of the week, other than the... what do you call it? The Scary Ghost Stories at Night that I did last night. Just an amazing, amazing group of people. Let me do some statistics for you to share how much support you have given during this stream. I always love doing that for the fam. So right now we are at 172 views on this live stream so far, guys. Thank you so much. We're about an hour and 39 minutes into the live stream, so it's super, super awesome. Sharpshooter, 75 likes. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, it's my mind is like in 4 different directions, guys. I've had a lot of coffee tonight, so I do appreciate it. I'm so glad that Green Bay showed up, and we had Ghost Mafia. We had James the Sharpshooter, is always a great, amazing person. Tony, another great YouTuber. Tony the Rock Fams is a great moderator. and we had Fireman CV, who is an amazing person at creating content about OBS and Streamlabs and stuff like that. So, I mean, just so many awesome people. Yeah, Center Stars channel has been coming to this for a while. Center Stars, I just gave you your wrench. I tried to. It kind of takes me a few times of seeing you here. Sorry I didn't get your wrench before, but yeah, you definitely got the wrench here. You're still here. Oh, perfect. Awesome, Fireman CV. Thank you so much for coming by tonight, man. I really appreciate it. You're just an amazing YouTuber, man. I really love your ideas on your channel and the content that you push out. Yes, you are, James. So the call line number is on. If you guys want to just chat or if you want to share your scariest paranormal stories, love to hear from you. But seriously, we are about to lose our power. Like, the storm is getting really bad. I don't know if you can hear it through my mic, but I mean, it sounds like a fucking hurricane outside. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't lost our power yet. The winds are gusting over 40, 50 miles an hour right now. The rain is coming down in sheets, buckets. We're supposed to have up to 3 to 4 inches of rain. Yeah, there's a really bad storm here in Central California. It is nasty. Yeah, this storm is McNasty. I am only 60 away now from 2K here on YouTube. So awesome, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. I don't think he had it turned up. Oh, he's busting my BO family friendly. Yeah. Yeah, so let me see if I can turn up the sensitivity so I can see if you can hear the rain, because it's pretty freaking intense. Let's see here. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Oh, I can turn it up a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty freaking loud. I don't know if you can hear that. But I mean, it is coming down in buckets. Don't forget to unplug your computer. I have it hooked up to a power surge protector right now. Oh, me and Fireman CV are heckling each other over Mother Nature, not your mic. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so, I mean, I wish I could take this out with me and show you how bad it is, but I can't, obviously. But, I mean, take my word for it, it's still pretty bad. It's snowing and raining in sheets. Where are you, Center Stars? All the way up, yeah. My friend in Burbank, is a storm near there? I haven't Googled it. Burbank, I don't think is getting nailed yet. They're probably another few hours away from getting hit by this thing. They're getting some rain, but we're absolutely getting nailed by this thing right now. We're in the main, like, inflow jet from this thing. It is getting us with everything it's got. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is the area where I live. Oh, wrong camera. But we are just getting absolutely hammered right now. It's a pretty powerful storm. Yeah, I mean, we really need the rain here. It's definitely beneficial, but there's been a lot of areas around here from the local fire areas that were hit really bad that had to evacuate today. So yeah, it's pretty serious. Like, they evacuated the whole town of Montecito and some of the areas surrounding that area. So Have a good night, Fireman CV. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much for tweeting this out. I really, really appreciate it. Much love, brother. Take care. You guys rock. Oh, take care. John, get a run. Also late. Okay, good night, Green Bay. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate you stopping by and sharing some love. That was awesome that you guys had the time to drop by and check out my channel. Yeah, I'm always happy. Oh, okay, we have a call from Anderson, California.
Call from Cynthia. To accept, press.
Hey, Cynthia, how are you doing, Cynthia?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad where I am.
Where are you at?
It's bad where you are?
Where are you at?
I'm in Reading.
Okay.
Well, I'm right outside of Reading.
Okay.
And I was up early at like 6 a.m. and walked to the store, and it was like the dead before the calm.
Oh, yeah.
The calm before the storm. Yeah. And then it just took off like about 11 o'clock. Now it's calmed down again.
Okay.
And it's starting to do that calm thing, and the wind's starting to pick up again.
Are you like up? Are you up near Highway 5 in the Reading area?
I'm right on Highway 5.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's like, yeah, I-5
oh my
is like,
God,
Anderson's
what is
right
that
on
knocking?
I-5.
Oh.
I heard that, and I never hear anything.
What is going on? It just sounded like something lifted off and broke outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it outside from the wind?
I think something's been hitting the wall. I think it might be a piece of the sheet metal from our...
I was going to say that. Is it something outside, like a branch or something hitting the wall?
It's not a branch. It's either pine cones dropping from the 40-foot tall pine tree we have right next to our house, and they're hitting the roof, or there's something that came dislodged, like the sheet metal from our... we have like a little... What do you call it? A sheet metal awning, and that could have just broke. But yeah, I guess we'll survey it in the morning. But yeah, it's that was a loud bang.
Yeah, I heard that, and yeah, that's why I was wondering when you were talking about that earlier. I thought that sounds like something on the outside of the house hitting the house.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a freaking hurricane outside. Like it's just beating on the glass.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up again here.
Yeah, Reading's actually a lot more clear than it is here, but there's another system passing through like Eureka right now.
Well, you know what's weird is here on I-5, we get, for some reason where I am, it's like a straightaway. And so when we get storms, it's like a freaking, it's like Infineon Raceway or Sears Point. It just, the wind just howls down there. So whether we're getting rain or not, we're getting the wind. And earlier today, I'm the second floor, and earlier today, I saw an aluminum chair fly by the deck.
Wow.
I was going, what the hell?
So there's lightning 25 miles away, what they're saying. So we'll probably...
Anyway, I wanted to tell you, I got the house blessed because I was feeling this real heaviness in the house. And the minute I had the house blessed, I had them go from room to room, blessing the house. As soon as they started doing that, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe how the house, my apartment lifted. It just felt so much better. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
My gosh, I can't tell you stuff that you watch. That you can watch a lot of stuff, through channels, and YouTube and things, and it can bring a negative aspect to the house.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And so I kept getting this really heavy feeling in the house and on me. And I had the person come in the house, to a priest come in the house and bless it. And I'll tell you, I can't, because I have like sage and my crystals. You know, I'm a total California chick.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So, and then I have my rosaries, and I have 3 of them. And I don't know, I always thought my house felt okay, but then one day I just felt this total heaviness. And when you came in and blessed it, I was so happy and feel so much better.
Felt like something just touched my arm. Did my meter go off at all? Because something just felt like
I didn't see it.
Something literally felt like it like ran its finger through the top of my arm here.
Do you think that's Janet?
I'm guessing it is, because I'm sitting right in front of her room where she passed away.
Are you in the room she passed away?
No, I'm sitting just on the outside of that door.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't a spider.
So you're almost in the doorway to it, right?
Yeah, I'm sitting just before the doorway to that room.
Yeah.
If I was in that room, I'd probably get a lot more EMF readings, because that tends to be the most haunted room in the house. But I think there's a spiritual portal somewhere in this house, and I think it's in the living room here, but I think most of the activity is in that room. It's either that the portal's either in that room where Janet died, or it's in the living room, because there's at times where it's very high energy, and my meter will just keep spiking to red, and other days it just seems to be quiet. Like tonight, last night it was pretty crazy. But
yeah, I noticed that. But today seems cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really that bad. Not like she has been.
See, when I think it's her being bad, I think that's the other spirit that is a little more malicious. It's either
what you're talking about. What spirit are you talking about?
So when I used to do the spirit box sessions, I used to get either one of 2 numbers of how many spirits were here. I used to either get 3 or 7. So there used to be a lot of activity in this house. And that was when that demonic situation was going on. Now, ever since I had the house cleared, I really only still noticed Janet and I believe either Chris or Zach is the husband to the wife that was involved in the murder-suicide in the house behind us.
Oh, okay. So you think they kind of shifted position to your own?
Yeah. Because they actually removed that house, and they put a new one on there, and I think their energy moved into here.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how they get away with not telling homeowners the shady past of what used to go on in these houses. Is they basically just take it off of the mobile, because these houses are on jack stands, and they just basically plop a new one on there. But that doesn't mean that hides the evil that used to happen in this neighborhood.
Yeah, you know what's funny is when I was buying my home, I asked the realtors if there were any deaths in the home, or if the home was haunted, so that if they had problems with it. And I knew I was going to get funny looks when I asked if it was haunted, and believe me, I got plenty of funny looks. Right. But because people just think you're a whack job.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have to disclose that, don't they?
Yeah. They have to disclose any deaths that happen in the house that I think are either of natural causes or suspicious. But as in haunted, they could just say no. I mean, not everybody believes in it.
Yeah, well, I don't mean haunted, I mean death.
Yeah, they have to disclose if there was a death in the house.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just called to, even though this rain and this wind is horrid, and we might, because I lost my internet earlier. That's why I couldn't come on at 11. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why it took about an hour for it to come back. But, I just called to say, I understand what's going down, and I'm sorry it's going, the storm is really bad for you down there, but aren't we lucky to be getting rain finally?
Yeah, somebody said it's against the law for them not to tell you that something happened in the house. See, this room where she had died in, they had to tear down basically and rebuild, and that was their way of telling us that's why they didn't tell us what happened, because they thought they rebuilt it. But I found out anyway, and then they disclosed it to me.
Oh.
See, they do a bunch of like shady shit.
Yeah, they do.
This whole area.
You just totally busted them. You totally busted them.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And he admitted front, up, and center. He was like, yeah, there was a lady who died in your house, and they didn't find her for 8 days. I'm like, well, holy shit.
I know. What the hell?
I was just like, well, thanks for giving me that comforting thought. Like, that's horrid. Like, this lady just sat cooking in the middle of the summer, basically.
Oh, man.
For 8 days.
Brody.
Yeah. And then, when we moved in the house,
I'm a nurse, so I can just imagine what your house was like.
Oh, man. And that's when I had my buddy Chris from Bakersfield Paranormal Services. He believes he saw exactly where she died. And he thinks it's somewhere right here behind me. And she basically died and went down on her knees, had a heart attack, and died, and just kind of sat there.
Is that the photograph that you guys were showing around the house, or is that another one?
Oh, that's no. That there was a few photographs that I had shown on my channel.
The full body apparition, the woman's face and everything in it.
Yeah, that was evil. That was the demonic. That was. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the woman?
The one where you were talking about the lady. It was the lady.
Oh, that was not at this house. That was at the Green Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I get them mixed up when you talk about them.
Yeah, so that was the Green Hotel investigation, is where I caught the lady's image, and I need to keep saving it to my computer. Now I gotta dig for it. I do want to show people, those who haven't seen it before, but
yeah, really show them. Oh, and speaking of investigations, you are going to the Omen House, right?
We are going to the Omen House next Saturday. Confirmed. Okay, cool. 100%. And then the 23rd of February. 23rd of February.
My coffee and my donuts all waiting for you to come on.
I know. That day, it was a bad storm again. And we didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to show you this. I don't know if many people notice this. When I was filming at the Adelaide Cemetery in Paso Robles, which is our county's most haunted cemetery, I caught this image of, I'm trying to find out which camera this is. There's an object hanging from the tree, like a black shadow figure. That was not in the image that was not seen by our naked eye when we were there. That actually was a screenshot from the video sent by one of my viewers. And it's weird enough, a woman actually hung herself from a tree nearby. The whole town went insane from the mercury poisoning. She actually hung herself in the schoolhouse during the school year in the.
That looks like a body hanging there.
It does. I mean, if you guys look more carefully, you will see it looks like a body hanging, and it's actually bent, and it looks like it's like just kind of dangling on that tree. That one was crazy. And strangely enough, I capture a lot of apparitions because of what we experienced. And again, at the house, or at that cemetery, one of my viewers had sent me an image. This is where we were getting a lot of EMFs, and it looks like a hand draping down in the shadows. But that could be something explained, and that's my phone reacting to the EMF reader. That's totally relatable. But it looks like there's a figure draped inside of that.
Okay, that looks like total evil in there.
There was something. I didn't feel evil, but I did feel a very strong.
It's going off. Your EMF is going off like crazy.
Oh, that was due to my phone being nearby. So you watch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks like total evil.
Yeah, that place
look at how black it is.
That place was pretty wild. Regarding that other spirit, I get so many interactions with spirits. I'm having to go through my iPhone right now. Just bear with me. Give me 1 second. This storm is no joke. I thought it was going to be a nothing storm because my forecast models kept switching it around to placing where the low pressure was going to be. And then, sure enough, right as I get off work, all hell started breaking loose. So I was like, I'm glad I'm getting home right now.
Yeah, thank God you're home and not in the middle of it getting home.
So this is what it looked like from when I got scratched by that thing in my house. And mind you, my hand was underneath my pillow while I sleep.
Oh, man.
And I felt my hand burning like somebody had lit my hand on fire. It felt like somebody lit a match. And it was bad. I'm not going to show the evil entity that I caught inside of my house. I actually refused. A priest actually told me not to show people. That's buried on my phone. Okay, this is actually the woman that we caught at the Green Hotel investigation. And as soon as that message goes away, you can actually clearly see two images of the lady staring at us. One image is her looking directly at us, and the other one is a side profile. But yeah, that was the most concrete evidence of the paranormal that I have ever caught.
You know, it almost looks like a picture.
It does. And you know what? Like and let me show you that.
Picture of her.
Funny you said that, because right here, it looks like the same exact woman in this picture.
I swear, it looks like a picture they snapped of her. Like a prom picture.
Yeah. And she's wearing 1930s attire, white blouse with the ruffles. She was actually confirmed as the lady named Donna, who was the head mistress of that hotel during the Depression. The homeowner looked at that.
Chick wore glasses.
Yeah, I mean, she very well could have had glasses, but in the other image, she doesn't have glasses. So I couldn't get confirmed. I actually never really paid attention to that, but yeah, that's definitely something. But when I showed the lady who owned that place now the image, she was like, she almost threw up. She's like, "That's Donna." And then there was two male figures upstairs, and then an evil entity we could not uncover if it was male or female. We couldn't even cover if it was really a human spirit. It almost seemed like elemental. That house, when we went there, that entity was taking over our walkie-talkies, not our EMF reader or EVPs, or it was taking over our walkie-talkies through Class A EVPs, growling at us from the upstairs. But there was two male figures that were human spirits. One of them was named Wilhelm, and they were actually 2 German immigrants that we got confirmed from the registry that actually stayed there. Their names were actually in the book downstairs.
Oh, wow.
And they were, it was a men's boarding house during the 1930s. They were migrant workers coming over from Germany. So that was really cool to get confirmed. But they kept warning us of an evil spirit, and that spirit we came in contact with there too. I didn't really feel any attachment at that location, but I cannot say that about the murder house. The murder house had truly something evil.
Well, yeah, you were telling me, there were 6 murders, and then it was used for child trafficking or white slave trafficking or something like that. I'm like, what? I mean, talk about, evil begets evil. So that's just, so that's horrid. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, I'm going to let you go and let everybody else have a chance. But I wanted to say I understand about this weather. I wanted to tell you about the house.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to ask you about the Omen house. I don't know, you guys still planning on barbecuing or what?
As far as the barbecue, I'm not sure what's going on. No, we're gonna spend until 3 a.m. there. That's the goal. And then because we are actually coming with a little bit larger of a party, we have some investigator friends of ours meeting us down here from Vegas. Murad from.
So how big of a joint venture is it?
So it's gonna be me, Murad, Joe, Cynthia, and Murad's friend Steve. So it's gonna be the 5 of us going to that place. So it's gonna be
that'll be great,
really cool. And David Oman's gonna freely promote Presence of the Unknown on the channel, which is really cool. And he's actually going to let us use the footage if we give him some of the footage for his videos. So it's going to be like a little joint thing with David Oman, and it's going to be really exciting going. But I think I had a premonition last night from his house. That house is crazy.
Now, are you going to show anything live from there?
We can't live stream. We can't.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You said he doesn't.
We're going to try to live from the Queen Mary when we go down on the 23rd of February. We'll be at the Queen Mary.
Oh, cool. Okay, and you can live it from the Queen Mary.
Yeah. So I'm also going to try to get some footage, possibly on this channel, to talk about the Manson murders and the history of Celio Drive, where the Omen house is. That is the house. His driveway is only 40 yards away from where Sharon Tate was murdered by the Manson family. So I'm gonna try to do like a little vlog on that as well.
Okay, the house that she was murdered in, was that taken down?
Yeah, so in 1994, that house was ripped down. Actually, the last person who rented that house before it was torn down was. Forgot his name, but he was the lead singer for 9 Inch Nails. He was the last owner.
Oh, yeah.
He actually owns the door that was written in blood, the word pig. He actually owns that door. And but that house is truly evil. Like that you know what? It was such a beautiful house, and now they put this god-awful $37 million mega mansion that just doesn't look right to me, but that's just my opinion. It's just
well, everybody has an opinion.
Yeah, so these people tore it down and rebuilt this mega mansion in place. But I swear, I mean, the whole area is according to the USGS, is a geomagnetically it has a geomagnetic anomaly in that whole area of Celio Drive, and it's the only place in California like it.
I'm curious if the house I put up there, in place of it, has any activity. I think a lot of that activity went
to the Omen house.
Well, maybe so, but still there would be residual, wouldn't there?
Oh, definitely. I guarantee, but maybe those people don't believe in that. So, I mean,
they don't see it.
I've never heard reports, and they changed the address. It used to be 10. Well, where the house that it happened at was at 10050 Celio Drive in Beverly Hills, California. And that's where the Manson murders happened. Now it's been readdressed as 10066 Celio Drive. That is the new number on the property, and it's a totally different house. But the light pole that Tex Watson actually climbed up to disable the power lines still exists on the property. So I'm going to try to get that on film.
Well, there's two reasons they probably did that. And one is because of the looky-loos that want to see it. And then another one is they say that if you change the address of a place, it's superstition that you change the address of the place so the spirits can't find it. I know it sounds funny, but it's the truth.
No, it makes sense.
People think that. Yeah. So, but I know it sounds weird. Well, anyway, I wanted to let you go.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing your story, and I hope the rest of the night with your storm and the same storm that we're getting hit with right now. I hope you have a good night. I hope it dies down.
Yeah, we're going to get your storm. We'll probably get your storm. It's coming up.
Oh, it's going
south.
up. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're north. So we'll get it from you, too.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, it's about to get even worse right now. So, yeah. So thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, dude. Have a really good night. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to talk to you as well.
Okay, night.
Night. Hey, Christy York. So, guys, that was Cynthia. She called in and shared about her little weather situation. She's in California, too, so I wouldn't live there. Hell no. Yeah, it's going to be such a good investigation. So all that footage from the Omen House is going to be on Presence of the Unknown. I'm just going to let that. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Presence of the Unknown, please go do so right now. Baxter's doing good. He's asleep right now, so I'm not going to go grab him. What promotion are you talking about? Talking about the Omen House. Earth Angel. Okay, guys, the call line number is live right now. If you guys want to call in, I have about 48 minutes left of this live stream. So, guys, please call in and share your scariest stories. We have 29 people in the chat, which is awesome for this late at night. I couldn't ask for a better crowd. Over 200 views, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Right now we are at about 3,000 watch minutes. For actually way over that now. So that's really cool. It's just an awesome stream. Lot of great support here. Yeah. Aw, you would like to come and visit him? Yeah, Baxter's such a good boy. Guys, we are 2 away right now from 80 likes on this stream. So that is awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. You have a couple? We'll call into the show. There's the call-in number right there, 805-556-8798. I think your EMF just moved. Spirits, are you here with me tonight? If so, could you touch this meter here and let me know you're here with me? Well, this breeze just come across my face. That was crazy.
Christy.
Hey, is this Christy York?
It is.
Hey, I believe this is your first time calling into the show.
It is.
Awesome.
I have several stories, as a matter of fact.
You have a few stories that you would like to share?
Yeah, I can start off by telling you about my, remember I told you I had a poltergeist?
Yes.
Yeah, when I was the very first house we ever lived in, we had all kinds of things happening to the point where my dad spent more time in his underwear with his gun walking around the property than he did with clothes on.
Wow.
Because stuff would happen in the middle of the night all the time. And I mean, we called it a poltergeist because it aggravated, it moved things, and it like would take your hairbrush and hide it. You know, it would do things like that. But my first experience with the poltergeist was I was in bed one night, and I was asleep. And you know how you feel somebody sit on the side of your bed?
Yeah.
Well, my bed, you know, kind of went to the side like somebody was sitting on the edge of it. And I just at first thought, you know, maybe it was my mom or somebody. And, but then the next thing I feel a pressure, like a hand on my stomach. And I mean, I immediately fear. You talk about hairs on the back of your neck standing up. I mean, I was terrified to open my eyes because I didn't know what I was going to see.
Oh my God. This storm is freaking ridiculous.
I finally was, had the courage enough to open my eyes, and when I opened my eyes, there was nobody there.
Wow.
And the feeling of somebody being on my bed was gone. The feeling of the pressure on my stomach was immediately gone.
Jeez.
My sister, I was the middle child, so I had an older sister, and she was like the straight A student, wouldn't tell a lie, you know, she was just, wouldn't make up a story at all.
Right.
And she went and woke my dad up one night because her bed was shaking, just vibrating. But then when he went in there and felt of the bed, it didn't move. But as soon as he left and she got back in the bed, it started vibrating again.
Wow. That's so wild.
My dad's wallet, it disappeared. And we looked everywhere for it and couldn't find it. And finally, my mom found it, and it was underneath the very center of the middle couch cushion. And it was just laying there, just as perfect as you could put it.
Right.
Leave the house to go out to eat or to the store or something, you know, and you leave during the day. So you know not all the lights on are in the, you know, you haven't turned all the lights on in the house. Come back home and it's dark, and every single light on the front of the house, and only on the front of the house, was on.
Wow.
And it got to the point where, like I said, I mean, to us it was fun, and it was, you know, something to talk about, and we were used to it. Like I said, we gave him a name. It was Mr. Johnson. We named him Mr. Johnson because the property where our house was built was in the exact location of where Mr. Johnson's house was when he owned that whole, you know, subdivision property. And so we just named him Mr. Johnson. And when we moved from that house to my mom and dad's new house, we invited him to come with us.
Wow.
And he did for a little while, because we had things happen at the new house, you know, for a while.
Yeah.
But they say that a poltergeist likes to aggravate, and especially teenage girls.
Yeah.
And of course, there was 3 of us in the house, and we were all girls. And so you've got 3 teenage girls, and he had a ball.
So he was probably like a trickster type spirit, or somebody who like
very much so. He didn't do anything bad. There was never any evil ever.
He just liked to scare the bejesus out of you.
Oh yeah, I mean you'd be in the shower, and all of a sudden the lights go out.
Yikes!
And you know, at first you think it's your sister, so you're like, you know, hey, turn the light back on, and you look out, there's nobody there, and about the time you say that, the lights come back on.
Oh man. Ooh.
So, you know, he was fun.
Yeah.
But now the spirit that's in my house now that I live in, it's not a trickster. I think it's actually scared me.
Oh wow. Where are you at in the United States?
I live in Tennessee.
Tennessee? Okay.
I'm 30 miles north of Nashville.
Okay. Gotcha. I've been to Nashville and where's that? What's that other town near Nashville? I've been like a lot of the Highway 40 areas of the Tennessee, Arkansas, North Carolina. Yeah. I mean, I lived at the end of Highway 40 in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I miss it a lot.
I mean, it's beautiful here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially the landscape, you know, the
well, I mean, if you think of the land there in Tennessee, I mean, you had the Civil War, you had the yellow fever outbreak in the South at the time of the Civil War, which killed a lot of people. You had a lot of sadistic slave owners and a lot of like voodoo type stuff from the slaves. And like, because the slaves were always putting spells and witchcraft onto the slave owners. As a curse, and those families are I know a few families, they swear to their curse to this day in the South.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I tell people all the time when, you know, I talk to other people that, you know, are in this field that, you know, live in Florida or somewhere. I'm like, hey, you know, y'all need to come to Nashville.
Right.
And there's not a whole lot of people that, you know, come this way. Mm-hmm. But we have a lot of history here.
A lot of history in Nashville. It's one of my favorite cities. I love Nashville. It was so cool to go there what was it, 5 years ago? Yeah, 5 years ago. It was so amazing to go there and check that city out because that was always on my bucket list to drive through.
Right, we had the Hermitage here, you know, which is the home of Andrew Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have there's actually still a fort that is on 2nd Avenue. It's on the back part of 2nd Avenue in Nashville.
No,
that you can actually go to and tour. Yeah.
Very interesting. So what's the most haunted building in Nashville? I guess I could look that up while I'm sitting here.
Just from stories that I've heard, especially from a lot of other people, not just people in the field, but outside of the field as well, that have had actual, I guess you could say, experiences would be the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, I've heard the Grand Ole Opry is
not the new one, but the original.
Oh, the old one. Okay. Let's see. They are saying Tennessee State Prison in Nashville, Tennessee.
That was, yes.
And it closed its door in 1992. And it was actually used in the movie The Green Mile and The Last Castle.
Yes.
The now unoccupied looks super. Yeah, that place looks crazy. The Wheatlands Plantation in Shriverville, or is it Seaverville, Tennessee?
Sevierville.
Sevierville. Okay, Sevierville. I'm sorry I butchered the name. Sorry. Sevierville, Tennessee, supposedly has a weekly ghost tour. It's $20.
Yes.
So 70 people were murdered on this property, and there was a battle that took place during the Civil and Revolutionary War that were fought on that land. Estimated that 20 Cherokees were also killed nearby, and 60 slaves and 2 Revolutionary War soldiers are buried on the property. So that sounds pretty scary to me. Like, that sounds like that would be a cool place to visit. Probably very, very scary.
Yeah.
I guess the story goes, like, the best ghost story is you might see a blood spot on the home's parlor. After the homeowner had left the estate to her grandson, his jealous father confronted him and in return murdered his son with an iron poker. Although the floors have been cleaned numerous times, the blood stains kept returning. So keep that in mind, guys. Supposedly also the Shiloh National Park in Shiloh, Tennessee. According to that one, 23,000 people died in the Battle of Shiloh in 1862.
Wow.
So that's actually a pretty big battle there.
Yeah, I would say so.
And 23,000 people died in one day from the 6th of April to the 7th. Wow. That's crazy. That's so many people lost.
Oh, tons. I mean, the lives that have been shed in the Tennessee area,
Mm-hmm.
just from battles and different things. I mean, it's crazy to think about.
Definitely, yeah. And they also said there's a witch cave in Adams, Tennessee. It's called the Bell Witch Cave.
Adams, Tennessee, the Bell Witch. Yes.
So
that is like one of
the story behind
our biggest stories.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bell Witch. It started out with a family that was tormented by this witch. And the cave, I mean, you can actually go to the home and actually see the home.
Yeah, it's actually $18 a person.
In the cave.
Wow.
And there are some crazy experiences that people have had in that cave. I mean, crazy. They actually think there is a portal in that cave.
Wow. Jeez.
I'm trying to think of some others. There's all kinds of abandoned places that you can find throughout Tennessee. I mean, tons. Just driving. Here in the town where I live, we have several mansions that they're not abandoned. They actually do tours and stuff that you can go. And I would say that the one that we talked about the most as kids would be Craigfont.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard Craigfont Mansion. That was one of the biggest stories growing up, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous home.
Wow.
And it's right on the edge of a cliff, so there's the beginning or part of the lake below it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful area.
Mm-hmm. Was there somebody else with you on the phone? I just heard another voice come over your phone. Like your voice died out and something else sounded like it was talking. I'm going to have to go back and replay that.
Because that happened, I mean, if you've got it, that would be awesome if you did, because that happened.
Yeah, I'll go back and try to timestamp that. Let me know in the comment section if you heard what I thought. Okay, other people heard it too.
They did?
Yeah, Tony, Belinda, Cynthia said they heard it as well.
Because that happens a lot. I can be on the phone with my mom and she'll ask me who's here. And I'm like, nobody. Or I'll hear it and she won't. Or she'll hear it and I won't. And we'll just think, oh, wow, maybe just another. Because, sometimes phone lines can cross and you can have a conversation bleed over into another one. And we'll just, write it off as that.
That just happened a few seconds ago, guys. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that call again because that was kind of creepy.
And it's 3:30 here.
Yeah, it's witching hour in Tennessee.
That
was the town I was thinking of, Franklin, Tennessee. I love Franklin. It's beautiful there.
That's beautiful, but that's the rich. We call that the rich area.
There's some mega houses in Franklin.
Major money, yeah.
Yeah, that's old school Southern money right there.
Yeah. And the town,
there's actually a haunted place there called Carnton Plantation. And I guess 6,000 casualties happened on the property.
Wow.
And it was
the square in Franklin.
The square?
Like the square that they have in Franklin, it's one of the most original areas in the surrounding area as far as the buildings being, kept original and maintained over the years. And I mean, it's like walking back in time when you go to the Franklin Square.
Yeah, Sharpshooter heard it. Cynthia Downs heard it. Kim Fitzgerald heard it. 8-Bit Reactor heard it. Yeah, a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah, and my
was
meter
it male or female?
My meter was blinking too. It sounded male.
See, that's what scares me is because like this, I don't know what the spirit that's here that we have here in this house, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's male or female. But my first encounter with it was terrifying in itself. It was Christmas last year.
Yeah.
And I had climbed up in the attic to get the Christmas tree down.
Oh, there was a yellow spike on my meter?
A yellow?
Oh, that's strange. I didn't catch that one, unfortunately. Yeah, people said it sounded like a male voice. Not very deep, though. Yeah, that's what I heard. It sounded like a man just talking.
Oh, wow.
If there's anybody here who wants to speak, can you touch that meter again and let me know you're here? Now they're probably getting more excited with the storm. But, yeah, that's an amazing story. So you just have like more of a negative entity in your house?
Oh yeah, I climbed up in the attic to get the Christmas tree down, and I let the steps down to the attic, and it's, you know, like one of the old-fashioned type attics where you pull the stairs down off the door. And I climb up the steps, and when I get to the very top of the stairs...
Oh my God, there goes the knock. That was a knock on the wall. It sounded like this. Like, but on the wall over there.
Here?
No, in my house.
Oh, wow. Now, you have a spirit, though, in your house, too, though,
I have
you?
multiple spirits in my house.
I mean,
But
you...
I have a main spirit, the spirit of Janet, the lady who died in the room right behind me.
Okay.
Another EMF? Oh, yep, it's going off all right. Oh, wow, all the way to
You
yellow.
do have a storm coming.
Yeah.
Yep, you have a storm coming, so you're... And it's 3:30, it's bewitching hour.
What's up,
so your
K-Dog?
spirits are getting all stirred up.
Yeah, they are getting pretty stirred up with this rain. I don't know what's triggering that EMF reader. I can't explain that because nothing else is touching the EMF reader. Nothing else is close to it. There's something standing right behind me, and I can feel it. It's cold. It's probably her.
Oh, that
Janet, if that is you, Janet, if that is you, can you touch the meter again and let me know you're here? I feel a very strong energy. It's like, I know it's her because it's very sporadic. But, sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. And I get to the very top of the stairs of the attic.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm staring at, immediately I climbed right back down the stairs.
Right.
I'm staring at... I had an old butcher block of knives that I had put up in the attic because I got a new set.
Right.
And I'm staring at every single knife in that butcher block stabbed into the floor of the attic.
Wow. Hey, Irish Whiskey Paranormal. Sorry, one more.
And they're facing me.
Wow.
That was the thing. Like, it was almost like somebody, they were stabbed into the floor. Like, the direction, you know, that they went into the floor was like the blades were facing you coming up the stairs.
Wow.
So it had to have been, they had to have been stabbed into the floor from up in the attic.
Right. Wow.
And I called my son over there, and he brought my phone, and I took a picture of it with his, with the phone, and I immediately climbed right back down the stairs of the attic, and I got some screws and stuff, and I screwed the attic door shut.
Mm-hmm.
But we hear all kinds of stuff here all the time. And then this year, I climb up in the attic to get the Christmas tree down, and the knives have mysteriously disappeared.
Wow. It's very interesting.
So whatever it is that's up there, it has enough power that it can stab a whole butcher block of knives. And I mean, I'm talking like 6 or 7 different knives.
Wow.
That are stabbed into the floor of the attic.
And these knives came from where?
They were an old butcher block of mine. I got a new set of knives.
So you put that butcher block in the attic.
I just put the old butcher block in the attic, right.
Right.
And so when I climbed up there to get the Christmas tree down, I get to the top of the stairs to about 6 or 7, I think it's like 6 or 7 knives stabbed into the floor of the attic.
Oh, wow. That's pretty scary.
I'll have to send you the picture that I took.
Yeah, please do. That would...
Of the knives.
That would make me feel so unnerved.
Well, at first I did. At first I was terrified because I was thinking, all these things. I've got a 10-year-old boy, a son.
Right.
So all these things are running through my head. Like, is he going to go through the same stuff I went through as a kid? And, but is it going to be worse? Is it going to be evil? Is it going to, torture him, terrify him?
Yeah,
whatever.
So that's a very good question from Cynthia. Maybe the spirit resides in the attic, and maybe it's a vengeful spirit.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming, because we have stuff that happens in the house all the time.
Did anybody commit suicide in the attic?
Not that I know of on this property, but my backyard backs up to an historical landmark, an historical home that is back there that's been there since, I don't know, it's been there.
I don't mean to offend anybody, but was there anybody lynched on the property in the historical records?
I'm sure there probably was, just because of the Rosemont Mansion that's behind us.
Yeah, because we had an infamous river in North Carolina called the Neuse River, and they called it that for a reason. Because they used to hang people near the river. Yeah, a territorial spirit. Yeah, I could assume that. And I mean, if you live in the South, there's a good chance you could any given chance you could have a house that has paranormal activity, just because of what happened there.
Right.
Exactly. Or it could have been
Definitely
old plantation
possible.
workers or owners. It could have been slaves who died on the property, or Native Americans who were in a fight with the landowners. I mean, it could be any which thing, because there was a lot of Native Americans who died on those property.
I mean, I remember my son, because my husband passed away a couple of years ago, and he passed away at home, and me and my son found him.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Thank you, I appreciate it. My son used to have all kinds of my son.
Oh, sorry, are you still there?
Not. Yeah.
My phone just went insane. We just got a weather warning. Guys, we're under a flash flood warning. Just letting you guys know. Just keep you updated in case I lose it in any second. But the storm's getting really, really bad. Flash flood warning is basically saying that it is raining up to 2 inches of rain per hour right now. And there's a lot of flooding going on, and there's some really heavy thunderstorms moving into the area. So I'm just letting you guys know it's no joke right now, and it's just getting worse and worse. So sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, it was that's why my phone cut out. Yeah, we're all safe. I'm inside my house. It would take a tornado to rip this house off of the foundation, but we don't have tornadoes in California or hurricanes, so it's not bad. But the flooding I am kind of worried about, because we did have some water leakage in the house recently. And this house is only 5 years old. 6 years old.
You don't have a storm shelter to go to, or?
Well, I mean, this is the worst we ever get here in the central coast of California. It really is. The worst we get are these kind of storms. They're very heavy, hard-hitting storms where they dump 2-3 inches of rain per hour, and or sometimes it's like a half inch of an hour, but it'll last for longer periods. This storm's kind of going to be a heavy hitter, and then it's going to move out relatively quickly. But I mean, it's been raining pretty hard since 10 o'clock. It's now 2 in the morning. So it's going on about 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So it's been going pretty hard for about 4 hours now. And I just saw an orb fly right through. That was not a dust particle. I saw that with my naked eye. You can't see it right here, but it went like down and up and then disappeared. That was pretty wild. But the streets are rivers here. Oh, yeah, I bet Bakersfield's getting hit pretty hard, I bet. You guys are probably getting even more rain than we are because you guys have that valley effect with the rain. But sorry to keep interrupting you. Are you still with me?
No, you're fine.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here. I have to tell you this because I think it's funny to this day, but my dad, he never really played into the Mr. Johnson story, the poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
Until
oh wow, there goes my meter.
Until he was at home one day by himself. He was off work, and of course we were in school, and my mom was at work, and he was doing laundry, and the washer and dryer was in the garage. And so he was carrying a load of clothes out to the washing machine, and he dropped a towel, and I think it was something else, like a t-shirt or something, on the floor as he was walking to the garage, and he thought, I'll just come back and get them after I get these in the washing machine. I'll just come back and get it and then take it out there.
Absolutely.
And he goes out to the garage, puts them in the washing machine, and he comes back in the house, and the towel and the shirt were no longer on the floor. They had been picked up and folded and laid across the chair in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
My dad picked up the phone, called my mom at work, and he said, I will not be at this house until somebody else gets here. He said, I'm leaving, and I will see you sometime. And he left that day and did not come back until my mom got home from work because it scared the crap out of him.
I bet.
But that made my dad a believer of Mr. Johnson.
Oh, I bet it did. I bet it did. That's definitely pretty spooky. But anyway, I'm probably gonna sign off on the stream because the weather's just continuously getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna probably go hunker down. I'm getting pretty tired, but I appreciate your call. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. But I do this every Wednesday. I would love to have you call in again.
Well, I appreciate you taking my call and listening to my stories.
Absolutely.
I don't know how scary they were.
No, they were pretty good.
But I appreciate it, and I'm definitely glad I happened upon your video the other night, though, because, like I said, it's hard to find good, investigators that don't fake.
Right.
Half
there's not a
all
lot
of
anymore.
their stuff.
There's not a lot of.
You're the real deal.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. There's not a lot of paranormal people, and at least some of the bigger YouTubers that I really trust anymore. There's a few. Patty from the G Team's one of them. I trust her. She does really good work.
Right, me too.
There's Omar, who's pretty trustworthy with a lot of his stuff. Really, those are the two big idol YouTubers that I trust. And Patty comes into my chats once in a while. She's really, really nice.
Do you watch Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration?
I do like Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration. I'm friends with Joe actually on Facebook. I don't think
they have all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, Lou Rock. Lou Rock's always in here. Lou Rock's a good friend.
Yeah,
of mine.
Lou.
He's a good YouTube friend of mine. Hopefully, we're actually planning possibly by the end of the year trying to meet up with Lou Rock at some time. To possibly check out Lizzie Borden or some area in Massachusetts. Yeah, Patty.
Oh, that would be cool.
I really want to do that or the Salem Witch Trials location.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, and there was a few more locations. One place I'll never go is where Omar went to, and that was where Robert the Doll is in the Florida Keys. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that I will ever go to that location. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. There will be no visiting Robert the Doll for this guy. That doll creeps me out. That doll creeps me out.
Dolls are not. I'm not a fan of dolls either, just because.
Another place I'll probably never... Actually, a place I really do want to visit, but I'm afraid of Annabelle, is the Ed and Lorraine's house and museum.
Yeah, but you could avoid her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you go into the museum...
You could avoid Annabelle the doll.
Yeah. Oh my God, would you be live streaming in the Salem area if you went? Yeah, I definitely would. Yeah, I'm not buying a replica doll of Robert. Heck no. You know Robert the Doll is the inspiration for the movie Chucky, right? Like, there's things you just don't mess with, and Robert the Doll is one of them. Like, people get seriously, like, screwed up and injured from dealing with Robert the Doll, and bad things happen.
Well, Omar's had quite a few things happen because of his little Robert the Doll that he's got.
His car broke down right after he asked that spirit to come into his replica doll. He had his car break down 3 times on his way back.
I mean, his ankle, he's sprained his ankle currently right now because of Robert. He thinks because of Robert the Doll.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. So didn't Omar just buy a haunted house?
He did.
And
he's also got three dolls that he found on the property of that haunted house he bought that has had paranormal things happen. Like the one doll will appear all over the house.
That's true. His son and his buddy had issues with the replica doll too, and so did Mo Sargi.
Mo Sargi, I think he's definitely got an attachment.
Oh yeah, that Tom, it's a demonic attachment straight off the bat.
Yes,
and he is enveloped by it. He is
possessions.
Yeah, he's been possessed by the evil entities. So he needs to quit doing the Ouija board videos.
He does, definitely. I mean, he almost died. If it hadn't been for Omar finding him in the graveyard.
Wait, no, that was James the Fam.
No, this was Mo Sargi.
Oh, was this recently?
Yes, Mo Sargi had come down here to visit Omar.
Yeah, but I thought James the Fam was found in the cemetery.
It was it was Mo Sargi. And he was found the gravestone that he was found on
was Tom. Yikes. Yeah,
and he has
plays, but they intentionally play with fire, and that's not how I run things in the paranormal
He's done some
field.
Crazy stuff.
There's just some things I will not do for views, and playing with a Ouija board and contacting demonic spirits is a big one.
Yes.
You don't want to have that kind of energy envelop you, and he is consumed by the demonic spirit of Tom. And I've heard from some of his closer followers that it affects him every day. Yeah, that 6 Ouija board challenge at that occult house, I was just like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, and then like you had videos with like Joe from Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration, where he was in that mausoleum and he just started spontaneously bleeding, like from his mouth and stuff. Like that was freaking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, got knocked down.
Yeah, he got knocked down. Like, Patty got attacked in that mausoleum. Like,
they've all gotten attacked in that mausoleum. But you know, and I didn't know this until recently, but I don't know if you've ever watched Hunting the Dead.
Yeah, I stay away from that guy.
Okay, well, he's got a video where he shows that in that mausoleum, he has done rituals to where he, claims he's a warlock. And so he's done rituals to where he's actually conjured up stuff.
Jody Dean from Jody Dean from Haunting the Dead. Yeah, like I believe he is possessed by something evil too. Because he has that conjuring room in his house.
Yes, in his house. I mean, he has stuff happen on command.
Yeah, I don't like. I just have a bad vibe about that guy. I stay away from him.
Well, I mean, I think as far as cleansing, if you really want to cleanse your home, he would be a good person to go to if you did have something really negative that you wanted to cleanse and get rid of, because it follow him home.
Right.
But as far as some of his earlier videos, I just had trouble believing that it was 100% factual.
Yeah, there's some stuff that you shouldn't believe on YouTube, and I've caught this.
I tell my son that all the time.
There's been a lot of bigger YouTubers that fake a lot of stuff. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to smear anybody's reputation, but there's certain channels I don't follow anymore because of I heard that they were doing fake shit on their channels.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I agree. I have unsubscribed to several because of that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's for entertainment, and that's what I tell my son.
Right.
It's for entertainment purposes.
Mm-hmm.
These
guys aren't doing like real paranormal investigation. Some of it's real, and some of it's uncut and unscripted and whatnot. But some of it is extremely real. Some of it's extremely realistic. Some of it is staged to make it more suspensive.
It's staged.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I said, their audience a lot of times are younger children, and they know that these younger kids are gonna believe it.
Right. Hey, Haunted Explorers.
But, I tell my son all the time, it's for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of clickbait.
You don't believe everything.
Yeah. There is a lot of clickbait that goes on in the YouTube community, especially with some of the bigger YouTubers. That's why I focus on the people who are real in the community and get to like I watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of paranormal videos, and I do a lot of analysis, and I watch carefully to every detail when I'm watching an investigation, and I can tell what's fake and what's not. I've been doing this for over 6 years now, so I mean, yeah, sometimes I get really suspicious of some of the people that I watch, but it is still entertainment. It's fun to watch, but it is crazy at times. It's some of it's so the idea is so real, but you just know that they like it. It's more of an exaggeration of truth.
Right.
Like,
right.
if they're not going through a haunted experience, that they'll, like, add something in to make it more scary, just for the clickbait factor of it. Or add more suspenseful music to a non-haunted situation, just to make those more suspense. And I get it, but it is what it is. So, best of luck.
I mean, I get it too, but at the end of the day, to me, because I mean, I haven't put out a video in a while, but I've tried to start my own YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's not paranormal. I haven't got any paranormal stuff on there just yet, but
you should do some
I don't plan on.
Should do some stuff in your house.
Well, I thought about that. I even told my son that. I said, we ought to start filming, stuff like this, like when we went up there and found the knives and stuff.
Right.
Because I'll tell you this, I refuse. I think too much of myself, and I think too much, of my reputation, and I have, a strong relationship with God, and there's no way that I would ever put out anything that would be, harmful or to make, I try to encourage. That's my thing. That's what I do. Like, right. I make things, refurbish old furniture.
Right.
And I make things out of old pallets and,
cool.
Old wood, stuff like that. But it's not like a tutorial type video. It's just me doing something that I love, and I talk while I'm doing it, and show people how to do things on, either no money or very little money.
Yeah, set up a camera in that attic. That would be crazy.
Oh, I actually considered that, and that gives me a very good idea, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you should get like a static camera system, something that's not like, it's like a wired in system, not wireless or junk, in my opinion. And being in the paranormal field, I've used it all.
Well, yeah, because you need high quality, and you need it to be good, lighting to where it can be seen. So
absolutely.
Because that, like I said, and for the knives to disappear.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I went up there to get the tree this year, and the knives are gone.
Right.
No, don't get me wrong. I didn't go up there and walk all through the attic to try to find them either. I try to go up in the attic as little as possible. To me, there's two places, the attic and the basement.
Yeah, those are usually two places that are always creepy, because you're usually psychologically the darkest places in your house.
Basements give me anxiety. I mean, literally.
And that's where I got my demonic attachment, was in a basement. The one house in California that had a basement, and it happened to be a demonic. And like, I will know that's where all the people had died in.
Well, take your pastor's advice.
Yeah.
Take his advice to heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you have.
Well, my main pastor I talked to about this, who's pretty into the paranormal and who used to go on with some of the investigations that we used to go on. I didn't have a YouTube channel. We used to just film and put it on Facebook, on this guy's channel. I used to be a photographer, and he picked me up one night. I picked him up one night driving for Uber, and he told me about his ghost hunting team. And so we used to do his Facebook page, and we kind of went our separate ways. But anyway, my pastor would join us on some of the locations, because there's some really messed up places in the South. And he's in Georgia, my pastor, and he's a great guy down in Albany, Georgia. Actually, Albany First Baptist Church, and actually it's Albany's Southern Baptist, but it's labeled as First Baptist Church. But it's he always brings up good points, and I always run stuff by him. I'm like, hey, should I post this? Because there's some pretty evil stuff. And then I'll kind of run it by him. He'll kind of do a blessing on the video before I'm allowed to post it. So I always kind of run like the stuff like that past him. He's kind of my mentor. So.
Well, he gave you some good advice, and it definitely holds true, especially with demonic. They can, even though it's been cleansed, because just like these divot boxes.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get me to.
There is not a demon in the box. People think that there is a demon in the box. You can't trap a demon. Now, granted, you can trap something that they are attached to in the box.
And that's what they used to do, is they would put
trap them in the box.
They would get these demons to attach itself to an item and then seal them in a box, is what the divot boxes were.
Right.
And that's why they have those items in the divot boxes. It's not the actual box itself. It's the item that's attached to the box.
Him telling you to bury that picture and to not show it or dig it back up or whatever is the best advice that you can follow.
Oh yeah.
Because that would be that would be the way for you to bring it back.
Because even if I see that photo, like if I'm just scrolling through my photos and I just happen to see it, it immediately gives me anxiety and I scroll past it.
Well, yeah. I mean I'm sure.
that thing is truly, truly evil. Like, but I keep it on my records just to remind myself, like, this could happen to you again if you're not careful.
Definitely. Get you some. I don't know if you have any crystals.
I do have one crystal. I have some more coming. I'm just waiting to find out with my shipment where those crystals are going to be. But I have some amethyst, some black tourmaline, among some other crystals that are supposed to be arriving here, but they haven't shown up. So I will eventually get those. But it is running really late, so I'm really happy that I got the chance to speak with you. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Yeah, the shamrock, shamrock crystal, exactly. Yeah, I have a lucky shamrock crystal. Good memory.
I don't know if I know that. I appreciate you having me, and I did not mention my YouTube channel to have it put out there, but I don't know if.
James the Sharpshooter's been posting it all evening.
Okay, as long as it's the correct one, it may not be.
Is it it's the one that's related to the channel you were talking to in the chat, correct? It's Chrissy York. How many subscribers did you have?
No. It's RJY Crazy Lady.
Oh.
It's a different one.
What was it called? RJY
Crazy Lady.
All one word or separate words?
Yeah, all just one word. All lowercase.
Okay.
And it's, like I said, just keep in mind
I think I found you right here. I haven't been
doing it very long.
You have some videos and some music, and then
I do.
Yeah, I see some of the videos you have linked to some of the Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration, and some other people here, and then
yeah, I actually had Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration give me they advertised my channel one night.
Oh, nice.
But just keep in mind if you watch it, and I am fixing to repost or put some new videos up. I've got several I've got to get posted, but that I'm new to this, so please don't judge me.
Oh no, I would never do that.
But I do appreciate you having me, and
Absolutely.
like I said, I'm very glad that I ran across you. Just keep up what you're doing, because you're great.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. And hold on just a second.
And I will share your videos, and
I will
pass it on.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story tonight. Well, stories. I really appreciate your time. I hope everybody has a great night. Much love and light to everybody here, and thank you to my guest RJY Crazy Lady for sharing her amazing story about her paranormal activity in Tennessee at her place. And thank you once again.
Thank you so very much, and everybody, y'all have a good night.
All right.
Much love and light to all of you, and everybody have a good night.
All right.
And
all right. Thank you so much.
Dawn.
Take care.
I appreciate it, sweetie.
No problem. I'd love to talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
All right. Have a good one, sweetie.
All right. You too. Take care.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys. And remember to always keep it spooky, my friends. Much love and light. Peace.